9 cycles have passed. When the gods deem mortals too powerful, they decree a race between their avatar and the mortals to determine their worth. In the race, the mortals are granted a chance to engage the very gods themselves. The mortals are granted a chance of survival. The mortals are granted a chance to become gods. Lose and see all mortal life removed from the Kryn, and the next cycle begins. This race is the final command of the gods to their mortal counterparts. This is their dying order.
Hello everyone, welcome to the beginning of the stream. It is episode 19 of Tablestory's Dying Order with your host, Katie Peters Plays.
Welcome to the show. Brad Wuto is going to be GMing for us today.
Right. Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
hype train.
Pocket is here.
Uh-uh.
Alright. Even though it looks like Shaint. And Disby Arix is also here, even though it looks like Shaint. Just in case you were wondering. As well as Pumpkin Berry. Who, what an idiot. Pumpkins don't have berries inside them. They have legumes. Legumes. Pumpkin is a legume. You know that?
It's
I'll
actually
fight
a berry.
I
Oh.
want to see her fight you now for saying that.
Well, I didn't actually know. I just made the word together, and then somebody told me it was technically a berry. So now I look like a huge smart fucker, and I kind of love it.
It's amazing. I
big
just,
brain.
whenever people speak
Mhm.
about fruit and things like that, someone also goes, they always do that. Actually, it's a legume.
Actually,
Or
Mhm.
a tomato is actually a... So that's what I was channeling there. So just a little bit of light comedy for you from the obscure, twisty angles of trying to figure out where I came up with that joke. We're going to jump into the game in a minute, but first of all, we have a... is it you okay?
yes, I'm just really excited to play. I just remembered where we left off.
Yeah, I'll give a quick recap and we'll jump straight into it. But first, we have a table story announcement. I'm gonna drop a trailer in your lap real quick. We have a new mini-series starting in 2 weeks on Saturday. So pop that into your diaries and enjoy the trailer. I'm gonna just play it right now. Enjoy. Okay, no, I'm not. PB took a deep breath.
What? Oh, I was just unmuting it so I could see it because I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, well,
that's
enjoy
it,
the
that's all.
trailer.
Okay, bye.
Upcoming show. Go. Bam.
A simple task for gold. Deliver a small trinket to the Baron's wizard. Little do these adventurers know the events that are about to unravel and the significance of the artifact they possess.
I think you caught the end of a
Yes.
squee there
Oh,
from
sorry.
PB. Did you enjoy the trailer? There it is.
Yes.
New miniseries coming up on the 1st of February, which is a nice, easy date for you to remember. So write it down. We'll see you then. That is a Saturday at 4 Eastern. And we're throwing young Phil's Gaming into the ring. He is a GM that I have trained myself. That's not true, but he watched all of Fractured Worlds, which I ran many years ago, and then he went, "That looks easy, I can do it." And he can. He's awesome. And I was like, "Now you run a thing for me to play in." And so that's what he's doing, as well as a bunch of other good people, including Pumpkinberry, who's a great person. Subverting expectations. So, back to...
Wait. But see, nobody else is going to get that joke is layered. Subverting expectations of me being a good person or you saying I'm a good person. Fucking insane.
So make sure you mark it down.
God damn it, Brad.
And enjoy. The trailer will be on YouTube. You can also watch it at tablestory.tv/Guardians. And feel free to go and bug all of the wonderful people that are going to be in the show. Including some newcomers, Brutal Brian and Gaming FTL, aka Josh, who are making their little debut on our wonderful little home. And we're bringing Domestic Dan in because we can't get rid of him. He just keeps showing up on stuff. Phil was like, "I need 4 players," and for some reason Dan's in this, making 5. Who knows? So hopefully that'll be good. Write it down. We'll see you then 2 weeks, and we'll see. Today we're gonna return to this show. A quick catch up from last time. The gang here were split. Beau and Ellie were in the Pyreheart Manor. They got into all sorts of trouble. Beau managed to rob the place blind, and Ellie managed to murder everyone there. At the end of the last thing that we saw...
I'll have you know, I left plenty of people alive.
All right, you murdered everyone that was evil. You murdered all the Pyrehearts. And at the last thing we saw of Ellie, she was sort of collapsing, falling unconscious, and she saw the figure of a woman sort of almost being pulled out of her, which sounds weird, but in a ghostly, horrific way. Aura and Suna and their gnomish friend Alvin last week encountered an angel creature. They fought it off. It revealed itself to be Symbol at the end. Eventually they all met up, and they first of all, Aura went through a whole thing. There was like one comment on the video all week that was like, "Wait, did Aura just get buffed for going down so many times?" And yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Aura came back from the brink of death with the help of Alvin and Suna. And Beau brought Ellie up to the cabin. The evening passed. You guys were preparing to maybe continue on with your journey. You found out that they think like an evil wizard killed everyone at the Pyreheart Manor. And pretty much that was it, apart from one last little thing you saw at the end. Remember that? Doesn't matter, because that's where we're picking up from, just where we left off. Let's get in to the joys of episode 19. And you're all here in this place, but Ellie, you feel terrible. Your head feels like someone has it in a vice, slowly crushing it, and as your eyes flutter open a moment, the light, like blades, forces them closed. Your body feels weak, and you maybe try to inhale air, and it feels like fire. You try and move your muscles, but they seize up, and there's a ringing like the toll of a bell, getting louder and louder and louder. Attempting to scream is impossible. Your left arm, sudden and intense pain. Your mouth opens again, either to breathe or scream, but instead, you vomit. A cold liquid pouring forth before you feel a thud, almost like you're being hit by a 2x4 in the back. And you force your eyes open, and you can see the light again, and it's bright and it's painful. And in front of it, there are figures that are surrounding you. 3 that you recognize, and some shadows beyond them. In a cabin that you recognize. As you blink, one or two of the shadows disappear. Blink again. More of the shadows disappear. Slowly that toll of a bell kind of dissipates. You feel no less good about it. It doesn't really do much for how terrible you feel physically. The voices of the people around you become a little clearer. And it's Bo, Tsuna, and Aura. What do we see on the ground here, surrounded by a black ichor?
I look like death. I look like I died. I feel like I died. As I get up, I look down at my hair. I'm just like,
You don't fucking look like a dead body. For those listening, she looks immaculate. What is happening?
no.
Sorry, go on.
I had this on because I was like, I'm not gonna paint my hand, so I put a glove on. No, I have red eyes and I have white hair and I have pale skin. And right now there'd just be like, the black ichor running down my chin. And I just look incredibly pissed off, like really pissed off. One of those like looking at the sun during a hangover and you just want to strangle like all the light. So, and I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, for you guys seeing for a moment, everyone, I think, who was looking the other way? Aura.
I was.
Aura was, yeah.
Aura, you didn't catch the few seconds where Ellie was lifted upwards into the air. She vomits upwards and it doesn't land. It floats onwards up from her before she's suddenly dropped on the ground. She hits the ground. The ichor falls around her as well. As you look at this black ichory substance, it could be blood, it could be oil or ink or something like that. But it sits thick on the ground. But around where Ellie is, she's not like covered in it like something from The Ring. You see that she's there. The color that was slowly fading from her hair is all but gone, leaving a kind of white, pale hair behind. And she doesn't look great, but considering it looked like her like vital signs had been slowly falling overnight, the fact that she's up and moving somewhat would probably be, a little more positive for the group here. What do you guys do? How do you react? She appears to be alive.
So we could wrap her up in a blanket and then when we...
Unbelievable. Aura?
I'll slowly turn around.
I just got my fingers in my eyes, like, oh man, can we close the blinds maybe?
Yeah.
Everything hurts.
Oh, yes. And then I run immediately to the windows and try to close all the blinds.
Is that substance on the floor now that came out of her mouth?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Does it look like oil? Like that's what I imagine it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think you're 100% sure on exactly what it is. It came from her, and it looks like, it doesn't look oily. It doesn't have like an oily surface, but it does look like that kind of color. Like it's pure black, basically. Yeah.
I'm gonna rush over to her. Are you? I'm gonna grab her arm.
It's cold. It's very cold. I don't feel alive.
Does it look like it's that necrotic arm that we saw while she was resting on the couch?
Oh yeah.
So you can move it now, yeah. I think compared to the rest, like your other hand will look pretty normal, if not a little paler than it was before. This one, when you guys were looking at her, it was kind of curled in, almost like you would expect on like a mummy or something like that. Now it has a little more life to it, but it definitely seems thinner than the other hand. It's very skeletal, like the skin is pulled very taut over it. But you're moving it and you're able to use it the same as before. Although I think it hurts, it aches, and also I think it probably will ache forever, for the record.
That sucks. I'm just sort of looking at it. I'm like, well, I got rid of the mark.
I'm gonna get those blinds, but Hubbo, yeah, I'm gonna close those blinds. I head over to the windows and start closing the curtains.
How do you feel?
And I'm like not breathing at all. I'm not like, my heart's not beating at all, or if it is, it's just very faint. Like, so if you're in front of me, you might notice that. But
Do I notice that she's not breathing and that I feel that she's cold.
I mean, give me an insight check. You can all give me insight checks, in fact, if you'd like. Not you,
Well,
Ellie. You don't really
of
need
course.
to. do
I was gonna say, should I do it?
it. Yeah.
Holy shit. 19.
19 from you, 16 from Bo,
That's
9
right.
from Aura. I think Aura, you don't notice this for whatever reason. You don't see the odd sensation that Suna and Bo get when looking at Ellie. Like, at first maybe something's off, and then you realize that there's not like the slight rise and fall of her chest. Maybe when she's speaking, she's not really taking in an in-breath, an intake of breath before she speaks. And you guys slowly over the next like 60 seconds realize that she's not really breathing. She's not necessarily breathing. I don't know if you would notice that her heart isn't beating. I don't know how you would notice that, but I think you would recognize something off about the situation with the breathing
I
there.
think I would probably just only recognize the breath right away. But I think I'm in too much shock, really, to say anything about it. Ellie, are you all right?
How did I get here?
Are you a ghost?
Well, I remember Bo and we were, and I look at Bo and I'm just like, did you tell them?
Yeah, they know everything. I brought you back.
Oh, well, thank you. But you got the money, right?
What was left of it?
What do you mean what was left of it? They took it? Did they take some of it? I told that guy only 4 bars.
No, he kept his end of the bargain. However, I left the rest of it. Let's just talk about that later. Yeah. More importantly,
Well, I remember the mayor when we went to kill him. I must have killed him with my poison, I guess. Then I saw this like woman just in front of me, like she just came out of the mark.
What did she look like?
Brad, do I remember?
Yeah, I think you do remember her quite well. I think you remember pretty much everything up to the moment that you passed out pretty well. You recognized, well, you didn't recognize her, but you noticed that she had, like very, thick and voluminous, dark, probably brown, but darker brown hair that was like falling down over her body. She had like fresh, pristine skin like that of a teenager, but she looked much older, like she was maybe in her 40s. She doesn't really have like a wrinkle on her, but you get the sensation that she was an older woman. Human, very beautiful looking without any added makeup or any additions, anything going on. Again, she was naked. Very sort of like hourglass figure. Like you're sort of like a classic like pin-up looking beauty, that kind of thing, like almost too good to be true in a way. Yeah, I think if you were to describe any parts of her that you remember, then you could do it quite well. She had one of those beauty marks on one side of her face that maybe would be a distinguishing feature. Yeah, I mean, you can recite pretty much what you remember, and you can see, and if you need to recall her, you can quite easily.
Okay, I described all of that to you guys.
I don't remember there being another lady there with us.
You didn't see her?
It might have been a fever dream. And I'm gonna reach and touch her forehead.
Old.
Yeah, I don't think it was a fever. I think it was this curse that I've been building up, and I was just so angry, and I killed all of them. I killed all of them, and
Well, it sounds like they deserved it.
oh, they did. I mean, I'm pretty sure the young one, the doctor, has been experimenting on. I think he has an obsession with elves.
Oh,
So, Bo, I guess maybe he didn't get to you or didn't know.
No.
We're lucky. Well, we got out of that. So, and they're all dead. And yeah, I saw a lady. I don't know. It felt like honestly, it felt like whenever she came out from my hand, that it ripped part of me out. Does that make sense? And I look at Suna. Just no, or maybe it was a. You're right. Maybe it was a dream. I don't know.
No, it might not have been, because I definitely saw you being lifted up by some force, and the life out of your hand just, well, it disappeared.
Yeah, about that. I'm gonna need a glove. This is horrible looking.
yeah. I'll go check, and I run into my room and start digging through my chest to find a glove that's long enough to cover her.
Yeah, I think you can quite easily find whatever form of glove you need. Maybe it's older though. But I'm sure that someone had a glove.
It's brown and doesn't match my all black attire.
Yeah. So Una, you try to recall whether you recognize this description, but I don't think you do. Although you get a moment where you feel like you maybe did.
One time.
Maybe, not sure.
Long ago. All right. You look different, and your hair and.
Oh, well, yeah, that did change again. Wow. Well, I feel different.
I think she looks great.
I'm sorry. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. May I?
I give her my normal hand.
No, not that one. Obviously.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
The other one.
Yeah, I hand you my hand.
And I gingerly touch it a bit and maybe squeeze and see if I can determine is this quite literally a dead hand?
Give me an Arcana check.
15.
15. Let's see. How would you determine this? This is a dead hand.
There's no blood flowing through it.
No. There's no blood
Okay.
flowing through her other hand either. Or her face or anything.
So, oh my.
Yeah, Ellie is, and you have knowledge of this. It's not a thing that is not unknown. This is a world where all sorts of creatures live. But Ellie is an undead. That's what she is. She is some sort of returned life force to this body. She's not a zombie.
But sort of.
Yeah, she's not a zombie or a ghoul or anything that's like a skeleton, like a rotting corpse or anything. She appears to be a functioning body. Like everything is dead, technically, but the flesh isn't rotting. It's
right.
remaining composed. She is alive, but she is dead. And that's about the best way I can describe it to you.
All
A,
right.
on a 15, and B, just how I can describe it to you, because that's how it works. She's being
Right.
preserved by something, or somehow, or she's brought back for some reason. Curses do this.
Yes.
Also, people with unfinished business do this. There are
All right.
several ways that you can become an undead. And from your best guess, on a 15, it's one of those two things, presumably. Specifically what type of undead, what she is, whether it's a thing that is even categorized. Is she a vampire? Is she a revenant? You don't know.
Right. All right.
Sylvanas.
All right.
Bad joke. Sorry.
Didn't even hear it. Sorry.
Oh.
So I'm squeezing her hand a little bit, and then I go maybe a little bit further up your arm where it's no longer that technically gross black dead hand area. My. It seems to be you're undead now. No blood flowing through you anywhere. No pulse, and I reach up and touch her neck here. That's nothing. That's fascinating. Well, the good news is the curse has run its course. The bad news is I'm afraid there are some things you might have to look out for now, like holy magic. I don't know what else, to be honest. We might have to look into that a little bit, but some things are going to change for you a little bit, my dear.
Well, I don't feel that different. I mean, obviously I look a little different, and this hurts. But I mean, other than that, like, at least it's gone. Oh my gosh. It made me so just hungry all the time.
Yes, well, you might not be hungry anymore at all. Ever.
That's good, I guess.
It depends a little bit. Also, and I lean in close and whisper to her, you're going to have to practice breathing again, because you're not doing it right now. And if you want to disguise the fact that you're undead, you might startle some people.
I take a deep breath, like, it's like, oh, this is going to take some work. Okay.
Yes, you're going to have to remember to do it subconsciously. I can show you some tricks later.
Right. That's great. This is great. I killed a bunch of, I don't know, serial killers, and then killed myself in the process, I guess. That's great.
Well, I guess it's better that you unleashed the curse now than later.
Yeah, that's true. We could have been, saving the world. Oh boy. Speaking of, did we get anywhere with that?
No.
No. What happened while we were gone? I wasn't gone that long, was I?
Well, you weren't, but we were also attacked by Symbol, and just barely made it out of that situation. So we needed a good night's rest, and I was just going to pop down and get some armor for Aura here before we head out.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably get back on that.
Yeah, well, we were going to drag you in a cart to see if we could, but I guess now we don't need to do that.
Yeah, I stand up.
My God.
I'm good.
Look at your cheekbones. Holy shit.
You're so sharp.
So sharp.
You could
come
cut
out of
someone
them.
with that.
Were they always, so pronounced? Maybe I need an undead lift.
I need a mirror.
Okay, but don't freak out or anything, all right?
All right.
Okay. I reach into my bag where I happen to have a mirror. All right. Do you want me to flip it over or count to 3 and...
No, I just do it.
Okay. Now. And I flip it over for her.
Could be worse, I guess. And I push it aside and walk past.
It could be worse. Look at you. You have glowing, beautiful eyeballs. Cheekbones. Look at your long hair. You're never
How am I gonna hide this? What do I have to hide from again? What, you think
Well,
would I know that a paladin would probably come after me if they knew I was undead?
Well, you're about to, because I'll tell you.
Okay.
You have to worry about, there are some people out there that their whole purpose is to hunt undead creatures and unholy and, be rid of them. So you would want to be wary of those folk.
Yeah, well, you guys got my back, right?
Yes, and
Ellie,
I
give
also
me
have to.
while she's speaking.
Of course.
Ellie, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
As soon as she starts
That's my
mentioning all
first
these things.
one. 16.
16 is enough to make the save, which isn't a fave necessarily, but while she's speaking to you, you recall all these I don't know if I should call them memories, but they are kind of memories. They're a memory within a memory of something that you have. She's speaking to you, saying all these things about how paladins and clerics will come after you, and you recall hearing all of these men and these voices shouting at you all of a sudden, and that sound of the tolling bell overwhelms you again. The very small amount of light coming in through the windows behind Aura as she's speaking to you pierce your eyes, and as you hear her speaking, it's overlapped by this memory of somebody shouting at you,
"Come out, Keris. We have you now. Your needless rampage needn't continue."
and then they fade, and you return once again to this moment.
Did anyone else hear that? You guys hear that? It was a
What?
voice.
And they'll come after you and what?
No, wait. Yeah, there's a voice. Are you?
No.
You didn't hear that guy? There was a guy.
Yes.
Told us to-
No.
A guy. It's just been Sona talking.
I mean, I know I have a deeper voice, but
No,
Are you
it
sure
was
you're all
definitely
right?
a man. I don't know. Maybe.
maybe you should sit down.
Yeah. No, we gotta go. We gotta go. Where's my stuff, Bo? Did you grab my stuff?
Oh,
You said you
I
grabbed my
did.
stuff. Okay.
I did.
Or you be buying more with all those bars that you didn't. Bill?
Yep. No, I know that. But yeah, no, I have everything, including the dagger you plunged into the mirror.
Yeah. Why'd you have to say it like that? You could have just left it at the dagger, not the whole.
Well, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Are we good to go, or we're gonna get armor and then go? I'm like ready to just go.
mean,
I just want to be out of here.
I think maybe it's best if Aura and I go down and get the armor, and you two stay here for just we'll be gone.
Can we learn our lesson about not?
Well,
Getting out?
so
What if
here's
Sybil
the
comes
thing.
back?
Okay, well, here's the thing. You murdered an entire family, and
I know it was me.
they might not know that it's you specifically.
They described it as a guy with a tail, a wizard who could fly.
But also with fiery eyeballs, and your eyes, I mean, they are quite beautiful, but they are looking a
I
bit
walk
fiery.
up to Bo and I grab his sunglasses and put them on my head.
All right, I guess that'll work. But
There you go.
okay, but can you try to hide the deadness a little bit? Can we put some powder on there or something? Or
We'll have to wear a cloak. It's cold.
Yeah, I'll just
all
wear my
right,
cloak.
all right. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna run down and get some armor. It can take me maybe 10 minutes, but okay, let's all trek down there
I
together.
don't want you guys getting attacked by Symbol. This could just go horribly.
Well, we managed to do okay last time, but all right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Aura!
I come out of the bedroom and they're very worn, but they're gloves, black gloves that come up to mid bicep, and they're made out of leather, but they look like they've been through some stuff. You might want to wear both of these, otherwise it's going to look kind of weird if you have one on one arm.
I'll just be, sending a fashion statement. And I grab both anyway.
Where are we going? Are we going to go see your mom, or are we going
Well,
to?
yes, but I really did want to get you some armor first, and now we have so much gold, we could buy that nice armor for you.
If we have time, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should make the time. I worry about you,
Well, I guess now's the best time to do it.
All right, we'll be quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I head for the door with my bag and
Put my
cloak.
clothes on.
Okay.
During all the, while they've been talking, I've been, putting everything back on.
Yeah. You sent Alvin into town, right? Previous. Or is he here? I forget what.
No, Alvin, I think, didn't he catch up with Bobo?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So he's probably there too. I think every time we see one of these conversations happen, there's like a terrified-looking gnome, looking on at Ellie, and I think he's probably like every single time she moves or glances at him, he hides behind something and then pokes his head up somewhere else. And then eventually he's like probably near you, Aura, before you guys are heading out. He says, I'll come with you, yeah, into town. You probably need me to help you carry things back.
Yeah, that
Probably
would
best
be
and
good.
I'll stay here though, yes?
Yeah, you can come with
I
us.
won't stay here then. I guess I'll just lead the way. And he runs out the front door. I'll wait outside.
We'll be right there.
He's in a hurry.
I don't think he likes me.
Yeah,
Might
he's
just make him
shy.
nervous.
I don't think he likes me. He was staring at me.
You do
Am I
look
that scary looking? Do I look scary? I
No.
Well, I mean, no. Maybe a little bit.
Good. And I walk out the door.
I think there's an argument that you looked kind of scary before, even.
Yeah. Oh.
In only a way an assassin can. So is everyone going to town? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're just heading in to purchase some items. Do you have a shopping list?
Just, we've gotten everything already. Just armor for
You're trying
Aura.
to buy some armor.
I don't know. She's been buffed. I'd like to slap some good armor on her.
Okay. Yeah. You guys sort of meander into town, and I don't think anyone is hugely interested in you. I'm gonna roll one dice. But you do catch that there's an air of uncertainty in the town. There are a lot of people talking about stuff. You catch two conversations as you wander past people. There's one that's discussing something about the wizard. They say it was a wizard. Yeah, a wizard that done him over. A wizard? No, that's no wizards in town. When was the last time a wizard came through here? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what happened. He flew in on the back of a dragon. Conversation happening, and then maybe another conversation down the line as you see like a man and a woman heading into town saying something about, oh, what are we going to do without the pyre hearts? Oh, don't worry, dear. Perfectly fine, I'm sure. When the snow clears up, the middle of summer after all, it'll be gone soon enough, and then we'll be able to perhaps get a last grow in before the without the pyre hearts. Kind of thing. These conversations happening as you walk to town. For the most part, people discussing one of those two matters. This is huge news, really, for this town. And you approach the armorer, which is open. You guys can head inside. It looks exactly the same as it did before. But there's an older man behind the desk that's in there. Your friend who was there before, who looked shockingly like a young Alexander Skarsgård, is nowhere to be seen, and a slightly older, stockier looking fellow, dirty blonde hair, and while he might be a little shorter, certainly seems to be more muscular in build. Clean shaven, relatively clean looking, and relatively friendly, but a little older and a little more worn, with a face on him that I think probably Aura you'd recognize as concern, but everyone else might recognize as anger at first when you see him. He looks like he's frowning, but his face betrays maybe like an anger to him, but Aura, I think you probably know that it's more of a concern situation going on, and everything else appears to be the same. I think, did you guys, you requested some armor, actually? You request armor or a weapon? What was it?
She left her weapon here. Her
you left
big
it, that was
sword.
it, to be
Yep.
sharpened up. Okay. So I think that's probably somewhere to be seen, maybe on like a wide desk of art-made items, like half a sword, someone has brought in like a bow to be rewrapped or something like that. And yeah, I think you probably see the sword there. And I think it looks like it's been tended to and dealt with. Yeah, I think as you head in, he looks up, but his face doesn't really necessarily change. That look of concern. Yeah, Ori, you know this to be Finn Farfallow, who's the father of Lex. Okay, Mr. Farfallow.
I'd walk in very cautiously. Just because I've noticed he's not smiling, and then he looks concerned, but I guess I'm just ultra paranoid because Ellie just murdered a bunch of the Pyre Hearts.
Right, yeah.
And
He looks up, looks over all of you, and then seems to return to his thoughts for a moment, and then glances back up at you, Aura, and says, Aura, I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, is everything okay?
Oh, well, as okay as it can be. Have you heard the news?
Yeah, some of the men came out and told me this morning.
Yes. Quite concerning.
How is everybody in town doing?
Quite the kerfuffle, to be honest. Most of them are, figuring out ways to travel into the big city. Seems that half of the town are planning to get on whatever the next train is, if they can find the coin.
All because the Pyre Hearts are dead?
Firehearts, the lack of food. All the huntsmen are reporting that the animals have moved on. All of the crops are dead. I don't think we have more than a month's worth of food for the town.
Well, that's not good, is it?
I'd suggested to Klex that we perhaps consider moving to Caspon Wharf for the winter. They'll at least have boats coming in, shipments from overseas of food.
That might be smart. I think we gonna take a trip too.
That's a very good idea. Mind my manners. Good to meet you all, travelers. I'm afraid you've stumbled upon our little town at a terrible time.
Oh, yes, quite dreadful news. I'm very, very sorry to hear. I'm Suna, by the way.
Very good, yes.
I know.
Nice to meet you.
I just look at him.
Yeah, Finn. Is there anything I can help you with? I assume, Aura, you've come to collect that.
Yes, and
Oh, yes. Ask for the armor.
Klex had mentioned something about armor.
Oh, you need it fixed?
No, I just need some.
You're going to pick up something else. But what you have is quite well suited to your needs. What else would you need?
Just whatever you have that.
Maybe a shield. You know, with this murderer on the loose.
Yeah, well, I think you're quite suited to a shield with a longbow and a great sword. I mean,
Well, perhaps some
quite
plate
strong.
armor then.
Plate armor. Are you going to war?
Well, no.
Going, I might enter some competitions.
Yes, she is quite fantastic with that bow and the great sword.
Competitions.
I need to earn some money in the city. I mean, the crops, like you said, are dead.
Yes, I suppose. Doesn't quite seem like you, though. All that attention.
No, it doesn't. But Klex had pointed out that there was I don't know, it was expensive, but that there was some armor you had laying around. Maybe I'll get to the city and decide to not do it.
Yes, well, yes, very well. Let me show you the armors that we have. Although I do think you really should consider saving your money for food.
Well, Father left me a little something, so I think he would approve of me getting armor with it.
He turns around and he brings the sword over to you and puts it on the desk that's in front of him. Stands up. He's a little taller once he stands up. You can see that he probably works the forge relatively often. He's got that kind of stocky, wiry kind of muscle to a thickly built man. Not wiry muscle, just thick, meaty muscle. He pushes the sword forward, and you can see that it's been tended to. You can see that it's been cleaned and sharpened. He says, I didn't do anything special to it. Did your father ever tell you where he got this sword?
No, I don't believe so. We just always had it.
Yes, I always wondered myself. He rather despised it, I think, preferring a bow.
That's why I think I favor a bow. He taught me how to use this. I just feel like lately I haven't been as skilled in it, but I'm...
Well, you're fantastic, Aura. Don't doubt that for a second.
Do you know why he didn't like it?
I think it was because he wasn't a fan of fighting and killing.
Yeah, neither am I.
If he had to do it, I believe he'd rather do it quickly and elegantly, like an arrow to the heart, as opposed to, well, what this is capable of. He pushes it heavily across the table to you.
It always seemed a little excessive how big it is, but I don't think he was great with it, so maybe that's why he taught me.
Yes, well, it is a exceptionally well-crafted weapon. And he always kept it quite secret. From me, and from everyone else in town, how he came to brandish it. He certainly didn't have it when he was young. Don't believe his father had it either. Means he found it.
Or Aura's eyes kind of dart a little bit. Like, maybe if to the trained eyes, someone trying to think of something quickly. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how he got it.
Well, if you're going to be using it in competitions, at least you'll have something to showboat with. Really quite an impressive weapon. It's been sharpened and cleaned. I didn't have time to reinforce anything or rewrap it, of course.
That's okay. This is perfect. I really appreciate it.
He turns to the huge set of plate mail in the corner and says, plate mail doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm afraid you haven't really been trained to use it, put it on, wear it. It's rather like, well, it would be like wearing a door on either side of you as you wade into battle. You really should prefer something a little lighter. Breastplate, maybe a half plate, but I'm afraid it's expensive, even for you, Aura. We can't really lower the price.
Well, we can help. We just want to keep her safe. You understand?
Right.
How much?
Well, the lowest I can go for you, Aura, is 300.
And what would you charge normally? What's a fair price?
Well, if they hadn't all been chopped up, I'd charge a pyre heart 500. And if it was you, madam, a stranger, 400.
All right. I look back to Beau, my eyes wide. We have that, right? Yeah, no.
I step in and I'm like, we're not pay 300.
What? No. We should pay a fair price. This whole town has lost crops, and you murdered everyone in the Pirate family. They are all struggling. You give him the 400.
You realize they were hoarding everything, right?
Yes, and we're not going to do the same thing.
I mean,
you're going to help this gentleman out.
I can't.
Just give him the gold. Just give him the gold.
God. Oh my God. We might need that gold. Okay.
If we need it, more will come.
Okay.
I hand it over to Suna, the amount that she needs.
Oh, thank you so much. Here's 400. Thank you very much.
Are you handing him gold bars, by the way?
No, if I can just do coins, that would be great.
Do you have it in coins?
Do you have any in coins, Beau?
It's just in bars.
Oh, shit.
You have, if my memory,
10.
my notes are correct, you had a little more because you rounded some extra
Yes.
up. I think it was like 24. Hang on, where did I write it?
And then I gave 3.
You had whatever you
away.
guys had before, right? Before this.
Right.
You took, that was it. You got 874. So 24 of that are gold coins, gold pieces, gold coins. The rest are bars,
Shit.
which are worth 50 gold pieces each. And you have 10 of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, then, yes, I believe I am giving him some bars.
Yeah. Take the amount of bars that you need.
All right. I'm afraid I'm traveling quite a long distance, so all I have are bars with me. Is that all right?
Blinks a few times, looks at you, Aura.
I look like I don't know how to explain away the gold bars. Just if you could trust
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, where did you say you were from?
Oh, me? I'm from Dustvale. This has been quite an adventure. I've never seen snow.
Right, well, we don't see it too often here. And what business are you in?
What, are you being nosy for your customers, good sir?
Feel free not to tell me.
Some manners.
It's, well, it's rather a, gift from the gods, I'd say. Come to purchase this time. This will really come in handy, but I must say, I've never seen a gold bar in my life.
Well, now you've seen 10 of them. I can't do math. 8. Well, now you have 8.
Yes, of course. Well, thank you for your business. Is there anything
Thank
else
you,
I
and-
can do for you?
No, I just hope that helps in your time of need. Good luck.
Yes, I wonder whether I could actually put this to use in the town now.
Well, you might be able to.
I may have to travel. Enough.
I hear the town will probably need someone, right?
Someone?
New government or someone else to take over for who what was it? The
Pyre
Punk
Hearts.
Hearts?
Yeah, the
Pyre Hearts. Pyre Hearts.
yes,
Right. Okay.
Yes, they
Well,
run more than the town, though. Business as well. Rather odd.
well,
Terrible circumstance. Yes,
quite terrible.
most of the town believe the Queen will come through, hopefully. Although we do believe the snow is all the way down to the capital city. Did you come from that way?
Yes, we did actually, but there wasn't snow when we were there. It fell quite suddenly, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Perhaps it hasn't gone quite that far. I'm hoping it hasn't gone to Caspian Wharf. They usually have a decent stock of food and grain. Maybe I can go and purchase some of that. Certainly I can close the forge down now for a few days after this, so that really does delay some of my thoughts.
I'm happy to hear that. Chin up. It will be all right.
Yes, I do hope so.
These things always happen for a reason.
Well, I suppose that may be the case. I've never been much of a religious man, but now perhaps I do believe I should send off a prayer. Starts to, take the gold bars. You see him kind of weighing them up, like he's unsure. He doesn't even know what the fuck to do with them. He very clearly feels uncomfortable taking them, and he puts them under his desk. He says, Aura, have you seen Klex?
Well, he was here yesterday? I talked with him yesterday. Do you not know where he is?
Oh, well, I saw him this morning. He went out. Well, most of the town are meeting at the tavern, discuss what to do next. But he hasn't been back, and well, if you had seen him, and if you do see him, could you please send him back? I'm gonna need somebody to help me store these bars.
Yeah. Was there anything in the house the Pyreheart's house that could be distributed amongst the town?
That is a wonderful idea. Oh, look at the brains on her.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm sure that the townsfolk are already considering pilfering. Well, I don't think I'd rather get involved with those men. You know, they come around here enough. I want to have to go and tread on their turf.
Oh, they're not that tough.
Perhaps not for...
Not anymore, she means. Right, because half of them are gone or dead, and that joke is too soon.
I'm sorry.
Well,
There was the men who came.
I don't
to
like
my door.
smile or anything. I'm just like,
Well, maybe the men will be understanding. They might not be as bad as some of the past men who were in charge.
Yes, well, it's not all about being tough. You know, threats go quite far. Hopefully they do send someone who is a little less, threatening.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Well, if you need the farm, we're gonna go on a trip. I know you know where I keep the spare key if you need to use it for anything.
Yes, well, I don't suppose they'll be selling your, house anymore if they're gone, but you should probably, I don't know, leave a note, door or...
Yeah. I'll leave something so that nobody sells it.
Yes. Yeah. What about Alvin?
He might stay there. Maybe I'll just, offer for him to stay there. He can, watch over the house.
Oh, no, I should come with you. It's okay.
yeah, you
Let's
should
get
come with us.
attacked again.
Attacked?
I like
There was
step
attacked. There was an angel.
Alvin.
What?
That's
I
why.
step up behind Alvin and I crouch down and I'm like, so you want to go with us, huh?
It's a slow turn. Slowly maneuvers around the front of Aura's legs and looks up and says,
Well, it's up to...
It turns around.
Well, it's not up to me. I will make any decision that the vampire wishes.
Vampire?
I just place my hand on his
Angels?
shoulder and give it a squeeze.
Alvin,
we-
perhaps you should get some sleep.
Yes, I believe I accidentally made some tea with the wrong kind of mushrooms in it. Please excuse him.
Yes.
Should be good in an hour or two.
Yes, well, Alvin
Gotta
and
sweat
his
it out.
stories. He did say that you were lifted up into the clouds when you
Yes,
vanished a week ago.
mushrooms are quite potent.
There's been some odd things happening, like with the snow.
Right. Yes.
It just seems like a weird time, doesn't it?
Yes, well, if I was a more superstitious man, I'd be concerned. But, as you say, everything happens for a reason. So perhaps it's a good thing, sort of refreshing.
Yes, and perhaps the town would do better if one of their own stood up instead of having someone new sent in. Times like these, it's important to rally together.
Right, yes, well, I'm not too sure those Pyreheart men really have what it takes. They left that imbecile in charge. Seems that the head, that bastard ghost, he's vanished. Yeah, I don't know, really. I'm not really going to get myself involved in it, I don't think.
All right. Well, good luck, all the same.
I'm sure the right authorities will show up soon enough.
Well, you and Kleck should go, though.
That is my intention.
Well, unless you all need anything, we should
Oh,
go
no.
too.
Quite wonderful, thank you. We'll be on our way now. It was very nice to meet you.
Very nice.
What
I
was
finally
it?
stand
What
up
was
from
Finn.
staring at Alvin. Just turn and walk.
The name's Finn.
Oh, Finn. It was very nice to meet you, Finn.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yes, very well. Order. If you, like, I can show you how to, wear this. Although, perhaps, before you leave, madam?
What? Me?
Yes.
Oh, madam. Fine.
Um,
Yes.
He lifts the breastplate up onto the table. And
That's wonderful. Thank you.
begins kind of describing how you put it on. It's a little different to what you're used to. It's much heavier, but it looks kind of like where you have scale mail, which is like interlaced metal circles, kind of that maneuver a little bit. This is kind of a solid thing. It's like you get a full plate of armor. If you just took the chest piece itself, it's kind of like that. But it has a lot of maneuverability in the arms. It's fashioned in a way that it comes down quite to a tapered point on the front. It has a lot more maneuverability than the chest plate would have on an actual piece of plate armor, but it is also kind of chunky. It's gonna stop any, piercing, bludgeoning, arrows, things like that. But it's certainly gonna be heavier. It has a vague design to it as well that's kind of got like I don't know what they would be called, but like kind of swirls. I was going to say Celtic knots, but they're not, because that's what you have. They're like it's just got some pretty standard twists and turns and curls that run up either side of it. I can send you an image of kind of how it's supposed to look. I did attempt to upload it, but I can't upload anything to Roll20 apparently. I'm just going to send you in the group now. Kind of what you're looking at. Give you an idea of what this breastplate is. And it has some leather straps, and it looks pretty well made. It looks clean and fresh and new. It doesn't look like it's a used piece or anything like that. But it's certainly a little different to what you're used to, and you're going to end up looking a little more armored, bigger than you had with your scale mail, which is pretty similar to this. It's still it's medium armor, but it's still kind of heavy looking. And with that and the big old sword on your back, you're probably going to end up looking a lot more like a fucking paladin wandering around with a big shawl over your back. He kind of walks you through how to put it on, explains that it'll take a little longer put on than just like a leather piece or something like that. And and then he probably sends you on your way as you head out. Because you've still got your scale mail. So you've got these two pieces now that are these big, heavy things, and they take a while to put on, so you wouldn't be able to put it on immediately. It's not like a t-shirt. He sends you on your way, and he goes back to pondering over these gold bars that are insane. You basically walked in and handed him a winning lottery ticket.
Yes, that was the hope.
and then headed out. So, then you guys head on outside. I think as you step outside, Alvin kind of looks up to both you, Aura, and Suna and says,
Can we not be talking about the angel? Because it was pretty crazy, and that's the kind of thing that people will sing songs about, and then they make Aura special. They say Aura is a champion of a town. They won't be as mean to Aura because she killed an angel. You understand what I mean? She took an angel down.
She did, didn't she? She's fantastic.
Stronger than an angel.
So strong. Stronger than me, stronger
Were you
than
all
you.
in the different fight than I was in?
Well, I mean, sure, you was on the ground.
I was in a different fight.
She said, and I always thought that vampires could not go into the sunlight. So we've all learned something.
I thought that as well, but I think we're learning lots of new things.
Definitely, and one of those things is never to use the word vampire.
Yes, this madam is, of course, a
Ellie.
I
Her name is
crouch
Ellie.
down in front of him again. Go on.
Gnomes do not have any blood.
he lies.
I mean, do you want me to double check that?
No.
Okay. You sure you want to go with us?
He kind of blinks and looks towards you, Aura.
I look around at all of them and I'm weighing how safe this is going to be because Alvin is my best friend and I don't want him to die.
Oh.
And I feel like this is I've been knocked down 3 or 4 times now. And so I'm going to crouch down next to him. I want you to come, but I think it's safer for you to stay here and watch over the village. They need you more than we do.
What if you're in trouble?
I'll send Buns. And you can come.
And then I would say, that's what I'm here for.
What if you're in trouble from the vampire?
That's always a possibility. I whisper very lowly to him. But I think she's on our side.
I met a druid a long time ago. And the druid said that if you see a ghoul creeping at you from the ground, that you have to throw holy water at it. And I said to him, okay, I remember it. Okay? He said the undead things, they don't like the holy water. And I said, okay, got it. And then later on, I didn't know how you could put holes in water, but you should remember it as well, just in case.
Okay.
It's all whispered
Yeah.
as I'm like crouched next to him.
He's like fucking 100% like looking at you while whispering it.
I take out my dagger and I like run it along my tongue. And I'm just like
I'll
looking
stay
at
at
him.
the house. It's okay. I look after the house. I keep it. If another angel comes, I know how to kill them now.
Well, with all due respect, as much as I, applaud you there, or for your friend's safety, I don't think it's going to be any safer here, considering, everybody's leaving the town.
I
There's
agree
no
with
food.
that.
Your friend is honestly probably safer with us.
What about are we going back to the capital? Because I have people there that could easily take care of him.
No, I'll make sure he's taken care of, and I look Ellie straight in her eyes.
Ooh. Drama.
And then I turn back.
I pull off my glasses and I'm like, yes.
And then I look at Alvin. I'm gonna leave it up to you. You can come with us or you can stay.
Now, Alvin, we are on a very, very dangerous mission to save the world, so keep that in mind. And there is no shame in not going if you would like to stay behind. But where we're going, it might get a little hairy.
I thought you was going to the lake.
We are, but after that.
Where are you going after the lake?
We don't know yet, but if you're going to come with us, then you're probably going to go where we're going to go, wherever that may be.
I'll come with you to the lake.
All right.
And then if I don't want to go to wherever you want to go after, I'll come back here.
That is very wise, Alvin.
I can find food. It's okay. These people, they don't eat the same things as I do anyway. You know, I lived for a month on tree bark.
I remember
month?
Tasty.
Turns out I can eat tree bark.
Did you know
all
you
the
can make...
nutrition he needs from it.
Yeah, you can make tea with tree bark.
Tea bark?
Well, I guess I'll call it that now.
Yeah.
Well, shall we?
Yes.
As I walk past Beau, I pass him his glasses back. I don't think I need this.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe wait till
look
we're out of
better
the
on you.
town.
I try not to blush.
No, I put my hood up instead.
All right.
And just keep walking.
What do you think is going on with her then?
Me?
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely a vampire, right?
No, I don't think she's a vampire, but she's definitely undead now.
I bet she can turn into a bat. That's how I know it. They can turn into bats and fly away.
Well, I always thought it was if they bite you, that's how you could tell. But a bat works just the same. I don't think she
get tired.
I don't think they will, and I don't know if she'll get hungry or there's just a lot to think about.
I hope
Alvin.
she doesn't get hungry.
She's not going to eat you, Alvin. She's not going to take your blood or anything. She's not a vampire.
Oh, okay. If you say so, then I'll believe you, because you're just as badass as Orla. You can kill the angels as well.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you, Alvin, but I'm old.
Can you teach me the spell where you made the eyes come out of your hands?
Oh, well, I might be able to teach you some things, actually.
Or teach me how to cure people, but I think maybe you can teach me how to kill people. Only if I need to.
Only if you need to, and I might be able to show you something.
Okay. Are we going to the lake now?
Yes.
What if it's frozen?
Well,
We're going into the lake.
we're just going to the lake. We're waiting for someone, or looking for someone, or something.
Okay, I help you look. I'm good at eyes.
We're walking, I assume, heading
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going?
To the lake.
You're all packed up, ready to go?
Yeah.
Yes, except did we leave a note
No.
on your
No,
door?
I would. While we were
you
at.
kind of have to go that way anyway, to be honest. Like
Oh,
the way,
all right,
the way
perfect.
out of town. There isn't a way this way because there's nothing over there. It's just a snowfield now, and then a lake. There isn't like the way out of town is south, and then the road, if you were going by like cart or horse or walking, leads south out of town, and then wherever you go after that. There isn't really any other roads. This is the northernmost town on this side of the island or the continent. And you guys are just heading out into what normally is just an open expanse of field, and rolling hills, pretty low hills. Usually, people don't really go out there. There's no reason to. Also, it's populated by things like orcs. So, generally speaking, people don't wander off out. There's nothing out there. The only people that would go out there are people are hunting things, maybe like deer. The way out to that direction that people do go to, if people want to go on a little trip and jaunt over to the lake, which is about half a day, at a steady pace, they would go past Aura's house anyway, and across your farm, and then head west. So the direction is past your house. So we can fast forward you up to the house, and you can leave a note. And would you change? Because you can change into the breastplate as well.
Yeah, I'd put on the armor that I bought, and I'd make a note for the door that just says "Be back soon."
Would you leave the scale mail?
How much will it weigh me down if I take it with me?
It's by far the heaviest thing you have. Pretty heavy. I don't really, just as a mechanical thing for the D&D mechanics, there is over encumbrance and stuff like that, or encumbrance. I generally don't bother with it. I think it's kind of just boring, and it wastes a lot of just screen time for us to play time. But technically, you're only supposed to be able to carry a certain amount in pounds. I've never ever done that because I can't do the math, and I hate it. I've always done. There's a version of encumbrance that I stole from Matt Mercer. If you really want me to inject encumbrance in, it's more based on your strength, gives you a certain amount of slots that you can carry things in, kinda. But generally speaking, I just go, you guys can carry things unless it becomes absurd. Like if you're clearly carrying like 7 pieces of plate armor, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm a halfling wizard, and I'm just carrying around, like 3 people, then you can't really do it. I would say if you're openly like lugging some scale mail with you, you're not going to be able to pick up much else ever. So if you find something, then you would be at what would be your encumbrance level, as a rough estimate.
If it doesn't, I mean,
no one else can wear it either.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was wondering. I'd be packing my bag up, and if I have room for it, I'm going to fit it in there, and I'm going to bring it with me. Because, I mean, I don't know if I'm ever coming back here.
Okay. Then, yeah, you can bring it.
Oh, God. Can we just talk about how sad that is? Like, I don't know if I'm ever coming back here, and the note on your door says, be back soon. Oh, my God.
Okay, so you've probably got. I don't think it fits in your backpack really. But
Okay.
or maybe it flattens down and you can tie it to the back or the front of it. So it's sitting. You have like a satchel or a backpack probably. I think everyone has. I'm assuming everyone has like a backpack, unless you say otherwise. Like you're like, no, I carry everything in a sack, which is what I did with a character once. You have like a rudimentary looking satchel that's big enough to carry almost all of the stuff you have in, or maybe you have 2 or 3 smaller bags that you're carrying along with you, and then a scabbard with a weapon in, or a crossbow on a hip, or just knives everywhere, hidden amongst wherever you hide knives, Ellie. But I'm just assuming you have an unlimited amount of knives and flechettes and sharp devices to kill people with.
I keep like bringing a different one out and like showing Alvin, putting it back.
Yeah. Every time he attempts to hide his utter and complete fear, but it fails miserably. Yeah, I imagine you probably have a backpack, and now maybe you've fashioned something that ties it to the back of it, something like that. So you have an armored backpack right now. Yeah, I'll work out your AC and stuff in a minute. I think it goes up by 1. We'll check on the break. So yeah, you head back. You guys grab all those things. Remember, you've had a long rest, and that includes you, Ellie. So you have all of your stuff back as well. Your hit points, your spells, your any daily refreshed things like channel time and that kind of thing. And hit dice will be at full now. Yeah, I think probably you each pack up and head out. Aura leaves the note. Do you have anything specific that it says on the note?
It says, "Be back soon."
Okay.
She puts that on the door. I'm like, you're just inviting burglars in. They're gonna know you're not here.
Well, I mean, but she's been told several times to leave a note on the door so they don't sell her house.
That didn't seem to work out too well last time, and the Pyre Hearts aren't here anymore. So
Did you have a note on the door last time?
No, I didn't have a note, but also "be back soon" implies that I could show up at any moment.
Well,
exactly. I didn't think of that.
And I look at Bo, I was like, well, as someone who has stolen things before, that's not that intimidating.
Well, I don't know. I mean, as much as I do see your point of view, I think a lot of people are going to leave. I don't think anyone's going to stick around here. Sounds like they're all
smart. And I just sound, even though me as Pocket can't help but smile or laugh, like Ellie is just void of emotion right now, like all. So, well, it's your house. I just thought I'd give you some advice. I'm gonna walk away.
Are you all right, Aura?
I'll be
Put
fine.
beware of vampire on it. On the note. Sorry.
I'll be all right.
It's all quite a lot.
Well, I mean, I got sucked up into the sky. I didn't think I'd ever be back here, so I guess came back once. Maybe we'll come back again.
All right. I'm just making sure. Everybody leaving, and sometimes when home changes. I mean, home is a place we can always come back to, and that's a nice thought when we're traveling. But it feels like your home has kind of been ripped out from under you here, and I just want to make sure you're all right.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what's going to happen if everybody leaves, and then Plex leaves, and the Pie Heart's dead. I don't really feel like there's much control anyway. Ever just feel like you're out of control?
Yes. And how do you feel about that in particular? The loss of control?
I'm going to try to get it back.
Right. Okay, then.
I'm just going to walk away, and I'm going to walk right past Ellie and start leading the way to the Killing Lake.
I just
Right.
watch her walk past.
Alvin, are you ready?
Yeah, don't worry, I got it with me, and I hold up the chest, but covering the emblem on it.
Wonderful.
Head out.
And I follow. Yes, I head out.
So I think we see each of you heading away from the house, the sort of cottage on the edge of town. It's on the west of town. You guys are heading west as well. For the most part, the forest runs along the north side here, pretty much in a relative straight line. It gives you a decent bearing on heading west, but you do know, Aura, that it opens up to what at the moment is just a huge, relatively flat snowfield all the way over to the lake. It's pretty easy to get there. Like, most people don't struggle. It's not really the type of thing that, like, children will go there or anything, but teenagers and stuff often go over there, that kind of thing. It's like a place for groups of young Beim types to head over to with a bottle of strawberry wine in the summer. It's not necessarily a safe route or anything like that, but also it's not too far away. Hunters and things are often out there trapping and stuff. And you've probably done your own fair share of hunting and stuff. It's pretty easy to get to, but you will have to all do one set of travel checks as you all start trudging out through the snow. And the snow's still thick, and the snow is still falling. It continues to fall. It's a few inches up now, and I think probably you just see just what is essentially an endless snow field ahead of you, with the mountains in the distance towards the north, the forest spreading out towards the north, and then almost every which way there is just snow. Snow. The gnome Alvin is following you and coming with you too. The Robin Buns, well. And Aura looks a little different in this breastplate. It is a +1 breastplate. It has been crafted by somebody you know and trust, and somebody that has had it fitted to you and form-fitted to a degree to specifications that he already had in town, allowing you that extra movement. He knows that you need maneuverability, which means that this thing, because it's semi-form-fitted to you, and maybe he didn't say it outright, but you know that this has been in some way prepared for you. Not even necessarily by Finn, but by Klex, perhaps. The thing, when you put it on, it fits oddly perfectly. Finn had it ready for you. He pulled it out, ready to go. And I think you realized that maybe Finn was playing down some of the elements and more testing you to see why you wanted it. Finn, I don't think necessarily knows you like the best ever, and I don't think you even knew your father and him to be friends, but everyone in town knows everyone. And even though I think probably after your parents moved on, you maybe noticed a slightly more fatherly side of Finn. You would come in and he'd be more interested in what you're doing and checking on you, and he would often ask if you needed their family to bring up, like some soup, or, oh, we had some leftovers, you want me to bring it up to you? And he would say stuff like that quite often to you, which maybe dissipated over the years as you got older and more independent. But I think when he handed you this, it was one thing, but when you actually put it on, you can feel that it fits very well. So it gives you a little more maneuverability. So this thing is your second buff. If you die in this campaign now, it's so on you, and I refuse to blame dice anymore. You have a +1. Your AC is now 19. If you go down to 0 hit points, you get back up on 1 with your relentless endurance. And whether you feel it in your heart that you're prepared for this, as it sits on your character sheet, you are a lot stronger, leaving your home and heading out across this snowfield. We're going to go to a short break. When we return, you guys can begin your journey again to try and find the lake and find Mom. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to play our trailer again for the new show coming up in 2 weeks on the break, and we're going to go grab a drink, and everyone is going to pee except for Ellie because she doesn't need to pee anymore. And we'll come back in a few short minutes. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon.
A simple task for gold. Deliver a small trinket to the Baron's wizard. Little do these adventurers know the events that are about to unravel, and the significance of the artifact they possess.
Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of the show. So, you guys all head on out, and you'll remember once upon a time, long time ago, in a desert far to the south, you did some travel tasks. You'll recall you had a friend called Marwood who was doing a lot of those travel tasky things for you, or helping you with. And you had to pick a navigator, somebody to track somebody, potentially to forage, and someone to scout. You guys kind of don't need someone to forage, but you can do it if you for this. You're not tracking anything, so you don't really need to track something unless you want to. You can look for tracks to track someone if that's a thing you want to do. It's not necessarily that important. Really, your main things are navigation and scouting.
All right.
So you can designate anyone to do any of these things. You can also have someone do something called draw a map, which is just keep an eye on your progress and helps you get back on course if you get lost.
And is that survival?
That is literally no ability check. You just have someone do that. It means that if you get lost,
fantastic.
you don't get even more lost. BB's probably got a little PTSD from getting lost in a snowscape previously.
I will absolutely make a map.
So yeah, it was something that you didn't do before and didn't really have the option.
Hi.
So you can have a navigator which does a survival check, somebody who draws a map so that you can't get lost. It means that you can return quickly to the position you were in. You can have someone look for tracks, someone forage, or someone scout. And who wants to do all those things?
I would scout, I guess.
Scouting? Okay, yep. Don't roll any checks yet, but that is a perception check when the time comes.
I think maybe I will draw a map. I quite literally lost my way home last time I went on an adventure, so I think I'd like to not do that again if we can prevent it.
Yep. You also have Alvin, who's going to do one of these things as well. Aura, you can sort of boss Alvin around, essentially, as he's your NPC to a degree. He is, to be honest, he's both good at scouting and navigating, though. He's pretty good at both.
I mean, I'll navigate, and I think I'd have Alvin scout.
Okay. So, that's 2 scouts, 1 navigation, 1 map, which leaves Bo. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna scavenge because we're probably gonna need something to break the ice,
Sure.
considering it's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I need survival checks from... Well, just a survival check from Bo. And... wait, Aura, you're scouting?
I'm navigating.
You're navigating. Survival check from you and Bo. Perception check from Ellie and Alvin. That's Alvin's perception check at 13.
14.
14 for you.
11.
11
And
on
just-
your survival check. And then a
Just in
survival from
case-
you as well, Aura. Yeah.
Anyone is wondering, and by anyone I mean Kyburn there in the chat, I'm not doing an actual cartography map. I'm literally drawing on a napkin, for Christ's sake. It's
Yeah,
not going to be beautiful. I don't need tools to do it.
The skill is draw a map, but you can determine yourselves not getting too lost by any means necessary. Aura, you're navigating. You have advantage on this.
Okay. Which one did you want me to roll again?
Survival.
Okay. 5.
Or Alvin also has. Oh no, he's scouting. Okay, so 5 on the navigation. Amazing. So you guys head on out into this snow. For the most part, you're aware of where north is. There's a big mountainscape and forest, and it twists and turns and shifts in and out. The snow is pretty thick, and there comes a point where it stops being relatively flat plains and you head into what feels like kind of rolling hills. You feel that the after maybe an hour, you look around you and the snow's pretty thick. The snowstorm is kicking up a little bit, and you start to lose a little bit of your bearing. Even Alvin seems to be a little confused as to where you are. Even though this is your own backyard, this is where you've lived, you should know this place like the back of your hand. For the moment, your hand is in a glove, much like Ellie, and you can't see anything for a while. And also, just everything looks so alien to you. You've never seen this place covered in snow. It's really strange. That combined with the cold, the chill of the snow, the snow itself kind of vaguely blocking your vision. Eventually, you kind of find that you're a little bit lost. And although you think you might still be heading west, you're not too sure exactly where you are. After about an hour, 2 hours, you're just kind of hoping that you're heading in the right direction. Bo is looking around for food and things and stuff to eat. There's nothing out here. This is awful. This is worse than the desert you guys just came from. At least in the desert there was like little scorpions and just critters that you thought maybe you could grab when you became really desperate. You don't even see a bird out here. Like, it's like every animal has left this place, or been swallowed up by the snow, or pushed further into the woodland area to the north. There's no food, there's no sense of life even as you head into this snowfield. There is endless water, technically, in that you have snow everywhere, but it's pretty crazy how little life there is. It really is just you guys and Buns moving through the snow. What were you doing? Oh, Suna, you were drawing a map. I think you know where you know how to get back.
Oh yes.
No matter what, you've marked areas. You've noted particularly like a twisted tree or a boulder that's in a strange shape.
Just for those watching or listening, it's terrible. Only I can decipher this drawing. I'm awful at it. This is a tree with a little knob on it. Looks like a weird, bubble person. It's terrible.
It's like a
Absolute trash.
Yeah, it's like a what is that? Quick hand or whatever that people write in?
Shorthand, yes.
Shorthand.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But your drawing version. Yeah, you guys eventually you come to a point where you're you should probably be about halfway there. I don't think you guys would necessarily be like tired or anything like that. I think you'd probably maybe be due maybe like a 10-minute rest or something like that. But you get the sinking feeling that you're a little lost, like as in you're not too sure exactly where you are. I'd say you still understand that you're heading west, but you don't know whether you're still on you're in the safe area that's still outside of town, or whether you have veered a little too far south and you're moving down towards that area where the orcs roam usually. There are orc encampments out here and stuff like that. It's pretty rough if you go off course and veer too far away. Even getting too close to the woods at the north is pretty dangerous, because there are little bands of orcs that patrol and move around this area. I think who was scouting? So Alvin got a 13 and Ellie got a 14, which is the same level of success. How do you think you guys are scouting? How do you think you set Alvin to scout? Is he bringing up the rear? Did you send two of them out either side? Is one gone forward? Anything, or both of them moving together? What do you think between you all, or between specifically Aura ordering Alvin around and Ellie? How are you guys approaching this? And scouting is essentially keeping an eye out for threats and enemies.
I would say I'm like just a little bit away from the group. Probably to the side, not really to the back or the front, and just listening and watching and trying to pick up on any like trails of anything, wolves, bears, stuff like that. So
Yeah, give me another perception check.
okay. Shit.
Natural 1. I think you're concentrating more on looking.
Yeah.
But you do eventually you step into a track. You step into a track, as in it's a big track.
Yeah.
And as you're looking down, you're looking at this footprint aside what looks like something being dragged along, maybe next to it, and it's kind of hard to make out. The snow's falling hard enough that it is burying all of these things pretty quickly, and you suddenly make out this odd dragged beside footprint mark, and then you realize that there's quite a few of them. The snow's kind of lumpy, but you see a bunch of them. No, you just see this set of footprints that are maybe about 4 times the size of an orc, though. Much bigger than what you've been warned and you've been told maybe by Aura and Alvin that there are orcs out here. There's also all sorts of horrible things that fly around. Alvin is convinced that packs of manticores fly around, which are like lion, snake, goat hybrid things. And Alvin, I think, runs over towards you, Aura. He's maybe doing the opposite side of this to Ellie. And Ellie, I think around the time you start to pick up on these tracks, and maybe we see Ellie lean down for a moment and realize what she's looking at. Aura, you see Alvin come heading over to you quickly, and he says,
there's something up ahead. Listen carefully.
give me a perception check.
Oh. 7.
7.
Oh.
You don't hear anything. You guys are downwind.
You don't hear anything because Suna's telling a story.
You can
She's
hear
rambling like she
Suna,
always does.
Suna and Bo up
Something
ahead
about the time we always used to
are having a
cross
conversation.
the sands and blah, blah, blah.
I like put my hand up and I'm like, and I point at the tracks near me and I like wave them over, but I put my, like, come here. No, just come here. Shh.
Oh, yes, look at this.
Give me
my.
nature check if you want to try and guess what these footprints are. Damn.
10.
Alvin says, I think, Ellie, you're very aware. For whatever reason, I don't know how you have such experience, but you recognize that these big footprints are dragging something next to them. These are bipedal things with big feet, heavy footprints that are dragging probably a club next to them. This looks like 3, maybe 4 sets of these footprints moving through the snow, and you and Alvin at the same time come to the same conclusion. He has heard something up ahead, and he says,
It's ogres, isn't it?
he says to you, Ellie.
I nod.
They're pretty bad. You know, ogres can eat a gnome in one bite.
An ogre?
Yes, it's like a big fat orc.
Oh,
They're pretty
Sounds-
stupid, though.
sounds like my neighbor Toby.
I think they're just up ahead, not far.
Yeah, we should
Hear them. Oh wait, I
we
can
have
smell them.
Out.
Perhaps we should go another way?
and I just, guys, we gotta be quiet. Just be quiet.
Can we just go around? Can we go a different way?
They're gonna smell us.
He's not wrong.
Guaranteed they will smell us. If we go around them, they will come after us. If we go to them, they will eat us. If we get ahead of them, they will smell us on the wind. I'm amazed they don't smell us yet.
I
I
have
don't believe
a.
the cars
Can
are
I
the
look
wind.
around, or can I? Yeah, can I look around for any sort of like animal nearby,
Animal?
like even a bunny or a deer or?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Okay. Ah, shit.
Nothing. Also, there just isn't any either. There's a
Okay.
suspiciously low amount of animals here. Alvin says,
This one time, I covered myself in mud, and I just rolled past them. We could do that.
I'm not doing that.
That sounds like a good idea, actually.
I will kill them before I do
past
that.
them in mud.
I'm not doing that.
Well,
You
Well,
might not
Alvin
have
can get
to.
away with that. He probably looked like a rolling turd, but we're much bigger than you.
Well, I mean, she might not have to, actually. Does she even smell?
Could always find out.
True, I am.
Can I smell her?
he smells like perfume. He smells the most out of all of yours.
Oh, all right. Well, I trust your nose over mine.
I do?
No, he does. A wizard.
Oh,
Oh, what do I smell like?
You smell.
And I take out my knife and I like run it along my tongue again, and I'm like, go ahead.
You smell really nice, like fresh daisies.
That's what I thought.
She smells like death.
he says,
yeah,
to,
right. Because I was
Laura.
thinking she smelled like a corpse, but all right.
I look at him and I'm like, you know, I could probably get away with not, you know.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to get in the mud, but the rest of us might.
Maybe even scout up there and see exactly where they are and what they're doing.
Well, that's quite a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
We could lead one away. And then
I'm
she
not
could
exactly,
eat it. You wanna eat
not
it?
exactly food.
You wanna eat it, don't you? Mmm, tasty.
No, I don't.
Lots
no.
of blood.
Can
Lots
you
of blood in him.
now wait a minute? You might be onto something, Alvin. Can regular people eat these creatures? Could you feed the town with one?
You want to kill an ogre so we can feed the town?
That's right.
I mean, can I do that over?
I mean, do I know if they're like their flesh is
it
edible?
would be like eating an orc or something. It'd be really, it's like one of those weird, somewhere near cannibalism. Like ogres are like sentient. They're really dumb. They're pretty violent for the most part. They're also really pretty stupid. Roll me a d20. We'll see if you've ever encountered one.
I'm acting like I have not. I think it's like a big cat.
Oh God, a 1.
You've never encountered one. That's all that means. It doesn't mean anything other than that you've never actually encountered one. You can know a decent amount about them in the general sense. I think most people have knowledge of ogres. They're not super rare, and they're pretty standard ogres. They're just big, fat, lumbering things that wander around on the fringes of society. Sometimes they're employed in like orc bands and things like that, but usually they're just kind of hanging around, eating halflings, gnomes, or anything they can find. They like to eat, and they like to eat. They also like to eat. Pretty dumb, pretty hardy, usually not equipped well if you were to try and kill them. But yeah, they're usually hard to kill in the sense that they take a lot before they go down. Eating them is as possible as eating, one of you. I guess. I can't imagine they would taste nice though.
Especially me.
I mean, yeah, you're a vampire. You'd want to eat anything, right?
She's a vampire. She can eat anything. But what about people?
Says Alvin.
I don't. Kind of one of those like gray areas.
Oh,
I mean, like, it's kind of like eating something like us. Like, we didn't tell people what it was. Maybe it'd be okay.
oh.
I don't. I mean, they're hard to kill. And
I was just thinking like a big cat or something.
no, like think of like an orc, but kind of in the same family. They.
Oh,
I mean, I guess in desperate times you can eat them.
Nah, I'd give that a hard pass, even if I was starving.
I bet they taste
I'd
like
eat
shit.
bark.
I bet they do too. A lot of fat, like a lot of like,
Ugh. All right.
I don't know, gristle. I would think.
Well, it's just an idea. I mean, people
We should probably
literally
just move
are
on.
starving. So, all right.
I'm just, probably leave.
Oh yeah, but she needs the blood, right? She needs
No,
the
She's
blood,
not
or she's not
actually
gonna
a
be.
vampire.
Or
She's
if
not
she
actually.
doesn't get blood, we're gonna. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need their blood. I mean, I could just take yours, Alvin.
No, that's why I think we should get you a nice big sack of ogre blood.
Are
Alvin,
you
trust me,
craving
she's-
any blood right now?
Are you looking at me, Suna?
Oh yes.
No, I'm not craving any blood. I'm just yanking his chain.
But when
I-
night
but-
falls,
But how does it sound when I say that?
I don't feel anything.
Nothing at all.
I don't feel anything.
How about now?
I haven't felt anything.
I take a
Okay.
I take a little. Do I have a little dagger on me? Yes, I do. I will take my dagger out of my pouch and I will just cut my finger a little bit. How about now?
What are you
Well,
doing?
I wave it in her face. Nothing at all. You see,
Careful.
Alvin? You see? Look,
Okay.
look. Nothing at all. She's not a vampire. You're okay.
He's like staring at Ellie.
okay, she has not turned feral. But when night falls,
Alvin, I mean, one of us will always be up for a watch. I don't think she's gonna like try to eat
when
you.
night falls,
Don't worry, Alvin. I'll watch over you.
Right. So
I think
what are we
we
going to
should
do
be
about
worried
this?
about the guys
Yes.
in the woods. Yeah.
Well,
Can I
right.
just dump this chest here and then let's just skedaddle out?
We could swing wide.
What? All right. We still want to go to the lake, right?
Yeah, but we might.
Well, yeah, but we're lost, aren't we? I look at.
We're lost.
we're-
I don't think we're lost.
I don't think
We're
we're
not.
lost. We're just but that
Taking a
tree
detour.
is we're not lost, right, Aura?
We're a little lost. I think
Well,
with
well,
the
we're
snow,
lost?
things look a little different. You have a map though, right?
I do.
So
Would you like?
you drew a map? Yeah,
yes.
let's look
Yes.
at
Here.
it. So I'm gonna
See,
take the map.
I drew exactly how we got here, and that's the knobby tree that we passed, and that's the shrubbery that
underlined
is no
tree.
longer a shrub. Excuse me, that it had a knot on it, just like that. All right, it's a
Oh.
bubble tree.
I can't tell what
Oh,
any
it
of that
looks like
is.
it was
Only
drawn
you
by
could
a
read that.
You sure this
All
is a
right,
map?
well, I'm not an artist. I
Nope,
I
I can see
did my
that.
best.
Can I
Well-
understand anything that she drew?
No,
Okay.
no one can, but Suna can.
I mean, I can take us back. I understand this perfectly.
Maybe I should have drawn the map.
Do we have to go back? It's so cold.
No, you did a great job. I'm just saying that maybe I could have helped, and we could have like like two people working on
What
something.
about if the wizard flies up and says where we are?
Look, I can't fly.
Not
Not unless you're referring to. No,
I mean,
What's the point
Suna
of being
tried
a
to.
wizard?
I ain't no wizard.
I start walking away.
Ellie can't fly
Where's she
either.
going?
Where are you
Well-
going, Ellie?
Going away from the giant footprints.
I bet she
All right.
could kill them all if we just.
We're not going to kill anything.
Okay, okay.
We're
Yeah,
going
Alvin,
to
What
we'll
if
use
we
you as
all
bait.
we're
cut our
going to
hands?
navigate. We're gonna go.
We
What
all
did you
cut
say,
our
Aura?
hands.
No, we're not gonna cut our
Make her
hands. We're
go
gonna.
feral. And then we just
No.
turn her in the direction of the ogres and she'll eat them all. And she'll be too full to her. When I can't
I
eat
don't-
another bite.
I don't know that she wants to eat anything though, Alvin. I mean, she.
Yeah, but we,
think so.
I mean, we can make it so that she does want to eat some fun. And then we
Do you
make-
know something we don't know, Alvin, about?
Yeah, I know a lot about vampires, okay? They eat
She's
people.
not a vampire.
She
for
looks like a
crying out
vampire
loud.
to me. I'm
She's
just
not a
saying.
vampire.
No, people
Just-
always think it's not a vampire and they're creeping in your room at night.
Okay, you know why she's not a vampire? Because it's day and she's under the sun.
That's a good point.
That's
Has anybody
exactly
got a
right.
mirror?
What?
Mirror.
She looked in a mirror,
do.
didn't she?
She saw her reflection
Yes,
in
she
the
saw
mirror
her
too.
reflection.
Okay, what about some garlics?
I do actually have
There
some.
are
I
some-
just keep walking. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay, if she's not a vampire, then, that's okay, I guess.
All right.
But I'll wait till midnight first.
Well, I mean, if it's a full moon, maybe. I mean, we don't know for sure what could happen.
She's not
a
gonna
vampire.
She might
She's
turn
not
into
gonna
some
howl
gas.
either. She ain't no werewolf. She's
I'm just
undead.
saying. I mean, I know, but what does that
While they're
mean?
talking, can I do another perception check?
Yeah, what are you
It
doing? Where are you
means-
going?
I'm just walking. I'm walking towards where he said the sound was.
Okay. Yeah. Give me another perception check.
I want to do a stealth check too. Some other.
Yeah, give me the stealth. You, oh wow.
no.
No!
You head over there. Like, the others are bickering behind you about you being a
hit a
vampire
stick or
or
something with
whatever. I don't think you do. I think you do your usual stealth shtick.
okay.
And you get down and you start to move through the snow. You can smell a pretty nasty smell.
Okay.
It smells like old meat and farts. As you head forward, the others are still kind of bickering behind you, so you can't hear a lot with the wind hitting your ears and the others behind you. She's a vampire. They're just kind of getting quieter and quieter, and you come up to an area where, like, ahead of you, there is maybe like a big kind of boulder with a few trees around it, like a little, what would normally be just like a little crop in the middle of a field here. A decent place to stop, and an ideal place to rest, and you catch the scent of them, and that's when you suddenly hear a voice boom out from behind where those rocks are and say,
"What that smell? I smell something bad. What is it?"
There's another voice that says,
It smell like... It smell like... Death. Death. Do not be fooled. Is not death. Is zombie. Zombie? Yes. I know smell of zombie. Okay. You look out. No, you look out. You look out. Okay, I look out.
a big face kind of looks around the rock.
Oh, man.
You're just kind of standing there, and it's from its perspective, it looks around this rock, and it's just a big, what would look like kind of just a, you know those blobfish creatures that have those big wide noses and tiny eyes, and kind of like a small forehead and flat cranium that goes down wide. And it there's no neck really, it just goes like side of its head, shoulders, and then there's just a big kind of goblinoid, orcish, rotund figure that appears around the corner and just sees this normal-ish looking small half-elven pale girl.
Red
Then
eyes.
I'm gonna roll.
Oh boy.
Vampire. Vampire. That is vampire.
Comes out with his hands up. So the rest of you now see maybe like 30 feet ahead of you, Ellie suddenly stop, and then in the snow in the distance there's a large form that comes out, hands up, and says,
"Me no want trouble, vampire."
I stare at him for like a good solid 30 seconds at least, and then I'm like, all right, are you gonna let me pass?
Where you go, vampire? Is nothing but snow. No food, no people. People that way.
Well, we're going to the lake. Could you point us in that direction?
No lake no more. Lake turn to snow.
It turned to snow, huh? Well, we need to get wherever it was.
Nothing in lake.
Well, I'm not worried about that.
Why vampire go to lake? Vampire not cross big open water.
No, I don't want to get in. Do you want trouble or not?
Me no want trouble.
We just want to know
Me
where the
help
lake
vampire.
is. Cool.
Me in servitude to vampire now.
If you say so. I like have like no emotion. I'm just like, whatever. If you say so. Just lead and don't. These are my dinner, so don't touch them.
What's dinner?
You don't know what dinner is?
You know, say dinner.
Food. You know what food is?
Where is
you know
dinner?
that word?
I can
I
have
like-
a piece of dinner.
No, you can't have any
I
dinner.
have not eaten for 3 days.
I'll try to find you a nice deer or something. How's that?
Booga. Booga. Okay. You kill her now.
2 more ogres appear from either side of you, and the one in front of you says,
I'm very
How far away
hungry.
is he?
everyone give me
Yeah, they're gonna try to eat an undead. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. They're so hungry, dude. They haven't eaten for like 3 days.
Same.
It's a trap.
It was a
It was a
trap.
trap the
Once
whole
again,
time.
I'm sorry. It was all on the roll of a natural one.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna get attacked.
Do we have tokens?
Yep, give me a second. Bring in
I've
ya.
missed this battle theme.
Bring in ya. Over to your map. So there's one here. Hang on. One there. Ellie's there. You 4 are there. Alvin's in the fight. Let me bring you in. So. Yeet. There is, in fact, 4.
Oh.
But you guys don't fully know that.
All right.
Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Alright. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna add everyone. Again. I'm gonna delete. Luna and Aura. You can click into your little, your token number there and add whichever number you just rolled. I'm gonna roll some 8, 3, 3, 1. Wow. 8, 3, 3, 1. That's ogres. What did we get here? Who am I missing? Bo. 19, unless you have advantage on this. Oh yeah, there you go. And then Alvin. Okay. Here we go. I think you guys all kind of determine what's going on. There are these ogres now moving around. Like I said, they're very stupid. They're so stupid, they'll happily try and eat a vampire. They are motivated entirely by their stomachs, and that's it. That's all they're motivated by. The first person to react, as you suddenly see appearing through the snowstorm here, these 2 much larger figures suddenly start to move towards Ellie, who's standing there in the middle. Each of these ogres appears to have like a club of some sort, but it's some sort of improvised club. One of them's probably just got a small tree. One of them's got like a piece of an old house that they've ripped off some timber from. Another one has a more standard like looking kind of Bam Bam from Flintstones looking club. And there's a 4th one that's not here, but has the same kind of thing going on. Clearly these things think that Ellie is food. They don't seem to be at all aware that you 4 are there as well. What do you want to do? Suna, you're first.
All right. Bo, do you have a way to throw fire or cast anything that might light on fire?
No, I don't.
All right. Do you have any booze?
Booze? I may have some.
All right.
Damn it.
I think you do,
don't
don't
have
you?
any.
You have one bottle. What did you steal?
Yeah, I thought you
Wait.
had booze that you
Stole a
stole.
bottle of something.
I did actually. It was
Okay.
like a fancy whiskey or something from the manor.
Let's say it's fancy whiskey. I can't remember exactly what it was either.
Okay, I do. Now's not the time to drink.
No. Yeah, just dump it on my hands. Give it here.
Okay, all right. And I hand it over to Suna. Okay. All right. You can take the whole thing if you want.
As he's dumping that, I'm going to cast web out of my hands onto one of the ogres.
Okay. Let me bring back my web thing. What size was it again?
Let's find out. 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. Forget the calculation. First. Had a cool looking web at one point. There it is.
Depends on how tall it is.
So 20 foot is 20 foot is
So if
20 foot across.
yes, so I imagine it's 20 feet. 20 feet. Right? It's a cube.
Yep. You should have control of that web on there.
Right?
Where are you putting it? Put it where you want.
Right.
There.
Let me. Yes, the one closest.
Each of
to
the
us.
ogres, by the way, just so you know, is color coded. There's a pink ogre, a blue ogre, a red ogre, and a green ogre. You see the little dots next to their tokens? That's just so you can differentiate them. They're not actually like giant and pink and whatever. It's just so that you, if you need to be like, oh, I'm hitting the green ogre, because they're all called the same thing and they look the same on the sheet, right? So if you need to tell me the pink ogre, it's the one with the pink dot. They can be giant and pink and green and red and blue if you want. Entirely up to you.
It needs to make a check, I believe.
Okay. Which?
It might be on its turn, actually. Yes, that
we should
is
know
correct.
this spell, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Okay. So on its
It's been a
turn, it
while.
makes a dex save. Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
So I guess like this web just
also
suddenly
has to.
brings up on him.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. He's vampire. He's vampire.
Starts shouting at the others.
We have to be quick.
There's another voice I think at this point you hear.
He's vampire. He's vampire. He's vampire. What can vampire do? I don't know. Okay, quick. Hit it.
They're just all shouting like.
Hit vampire. Yes, hit him.
We just need to light that web on fire, and that ogre will be fine for now. We have to help Ellie.
That we do, and then I shall. This vampire's gonna get an extra buff. I cast Bardic Inspiration on Ellie. Calling over to Ellie, I yell, I give you inspiration! And with that, she feels the sensation of feeling extra buff.
What
You
that
got
noise?
this.
I hear something. Oh no. Of a vampire? Of a vampire. It's okay, we big and strong. We can eat vampire. Grab and eat. Okay. Buffet. Buffet. Vampire buffet.
They don't seem confident. Bo, that was your bonus action. You still have a full action and a movement. if you
Oh,
want.
I do?
Yep.
Well then. With that, I'm gonna, I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter over at one of them.
Remind myself what the fuck that is. Yeah.
And I'm gonna start making fun of it. You're
Okay.
big, and you're ugly, and you're dumb, and yeah. Take that!
All right. First of all, you have to be within 30 feet. So you have to move,
Oh,
probably.
they can't hear me. They probably see a tiny man just screaming, and they can't even make out what I'm saying.
You can get to
see
this
us.
one. You have to move to, I think, here.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do that then. I'll move a little over here, and then start screaming out the same things.
Yeah. So a creature of your choice within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter if the spell affects it. They must save wisdom save. All right. Wisdom save coming in from the pink ogre. Wow, that's a fail. So they fall prone, become incapacitated, and unable to stand up for the duration. This is a concentration spell, which means you can't cast another concentration spell. You can cast another spell that doesn't have concentration on it. If you do cast another concentration spell, it replaces this one. If you take damage, you have to make a save to remain concentrating on the spell. So the duration is 1 minute, which is 10 turns. Creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less, damn, it's got an intelligence of 5, isn't affected. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, it can make another whiz save. They have advantage if it's triggered by damage. On a success, the spell ends. Cool. So, the pink ogre, suddenly you start hurling abuse at it. All of the ogres laugh, for the record.
You say you fat and ugly.
But one of them falls onto the ground.
Oh, it's a good joke. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so much. Oh, why is this happening? Oh, I hate it so much. Oh, this is the best. I mean, this is the worst.
And he's on the ground now. Prone, on his back, rolling around in a web, completely unable to move. And that one is so incapacitated, it's unreal. At the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Alvin says,
What are we doing? Are we running away now?
I don't think we can. Just use your bow.
Okay.
pulls out his gnome-sized longbow. Aha! Wish I had PB's soundboard. Can you do it, PB?
Which one?
He pulls out his gnome-sized longbow.
Oh. I saw him on a different profile.
Damn it,
I can't,
PB, you have one job.
Said. That's what she said.
You have one job.
Title of your sex tape.
And he fires an arrow. 11 hits. And he hits the one in the blue one over there. He is going to deal 5 piercing damage. So I think everyone sees this. The ogre on the left, which is kind of doing this kind of bearing down motion, heading towards Vampire Ellie. An arrow just hits him in like the thick rolls of flesh on one side of him, and he just kind of and then carries on, moving towards you. There's an arrow in his side. Alvin says,
I got him, but he's not dead.
I think it's gonna take a bit.
Yeah, I don't know how to kill these things. I've never killed one before. I just run away.
Do I know about their weaknesses?
yeah, they
That's
just
a
need
good
to.
question.
They are. You just need to kill them with anything you can kill them with. They don't really
Okay.
have a weakness. Their weakness is that they're stupid. Really. But they're big and fleshy. You can stab it, and you can shoot it, and you can burn it, and you can thaumaturgy. It's probably the only thing you can't do, actually. Thaumaturgy is probably the least damaging spell of all time.
I know, Brad. I clicked it by
I
accident.
know. I'm just giving you shit. It's Ellie's turn. Ellie, you're like standing in between these things. There is essentially 4 ogres. They think they're gonna eat you. They set up this thing to get you.
As they do their
One of them's laughing
surprise
though.
attack.
Yeah.
As they do the surprise attack, I just like straighten out my gloves and just pull out my bow and then turn to the blue one and fire. And
Fire
I get
away.
advantage, right?
You are?
I get advantage, right? Because I'm going before him.
Sure. Yeah. You get your assassinate thing. 22. That's a hit.
And don't I get everything is double?
What do you still get the sneak attack on this one? I feel like. What's the rules? Yeah, this is a crit, so you get to roll it. Click that again for sure. I don't know if you get the sneak attack. Do you? Cool.
Probably don't. Do I?
I can't remember if you get it on assassinate. Let me just double check what it says on the sheet. You get the drop on your enemies. You have advantage on attack rolls against a creature that hasn't had a turn. In addition, any hit you against is surprised is a critical hit. Okay, so no, you don't get the sneak attack.
Okay.
He's, oh wait, no, you do, because it's advantage. I'm so dumb. Yeah, you do. Give me the sneak attack and roll it twice.
Okay.
What is that? 36.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Well, he's not. He's
Sorry,
not dead.
which one was she attacking?
The blue one.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's not dead, but you hurt him quite bad. What does this look like? What do you do to him? He's like kind of walking over to you, like.
Calm down, vampire. We're just going to eat you. It's no big deal. You're already dead.
I just swing around and I don't say anything, and I glare at him with my like burning red eyes, and then I aim for his hand actually. That's holding the club. So
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh.
maybe it hits his arm or shoulder instead.
I think it just hits him square in the middle of the neck. You do a lot of damage. You like aim for his hand, and then you don't account for the wind, and the wind just sends it slightly to the left, and he brings up his thing and just. It just.
That's when I say.
It goes all the way in.
Aiming for your hand.
That's like waving at the other ogres. To like
And then
run for their lives. But
I'm gonna run over here and go and try to hide.
yeah, give me the stealth.
Oh my god.
Remember you have bardic inspiration.
No! Why? Why is that feeling so bad?
They're all like watching you.
Man, you smell bad. You smell so bad.
The one that's like
don't worry,
fucked
you're
up is holding his neck. They like know exactly where you are for some reason. They seem to be able to smell you. Aura, your turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I was gonna say, never mind, doesn't matter, whatever.
All right. Aura.
Okay. So the blue one's not down, correct?
No one's down. No.
No, the blue
Okay.
one. The blue one has like a really fucking. He's got 2 arrows in him, and one looks really deep in his neck. He's
I'm
gripping
going
at it.
to-
It looks like it really hurt him. But,
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Onto the blue one.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull up my longbow. And I'm gonna shoot at the blue one.
All right. Give me the attack roll.
— 23.
3's a hit.
Wow.
Give me the damage, and then roll a d6.
9.
9 is a lot. He's still not dead. Where does this arrow go? Like, this thing is like fucking almost dead, but he's not dead.
I think back to what Finn said in the shop about how my father used to shoot for the chest and the heart, so I shoot towards his heart, or where I think it would be in him. And there's like this little green ball of light that kind of goes before the arrow. That's my hunter's mark before connects with him before my arrow does.
Yeah. And we see this like travel through it. It moves through the snow and it hits him where his heart would and should be. And we get like a Mortal Kombat kind of x-ray as the arrow goes in. His heart is like 4 times the size of anyone else's heart, and it's also covered in like fat and cholesterol. And you see it just like the arrow buries into like one of the ventricles, but it seems to not. It should kill him, but the cholesterol is actually keeping him alive. And he grips at his heart and at his throat, but he's kind of just stumbling around. Super dying, will die today regardless, but is not technically dead yet. You want to do anything else? You can move, actually. I think that's all you can do.
I'm not gonna move because we're just all kind of huddled in a group at the moment, so I'm staying put here.
Yeah, okay. So this ogre creeps around the rock. He's looking at the one that's laughing and looking at the one that's like almost dead and grabbing at himself. There's like a load of blood running down the chest of the blue ogre. And the one which was originally speaking to you, Ellie, crawls around the rock, kind of moving around. When he he's following in his nose, and you're kind of like now kind of like moving around a tree, thinking maybe you're slightly hidden, but he seems to be following you with his nose, and he says,
If I fall fum, I gonna eat vampire.
and he
Oh, that
rolls
doesn't even
around.
rhyme.
That rhyme? It rhyme?
No, it didn't. It didn't rhyme. Really? Sorry.
He is going to bring up a great club and try and hit you on the head with it.
Yay.
A 23.
Yeah, it hits.
Me eat vampire.
Bang! Hits you for 9 bludgeoning. Bonks you straight on the head. You get like a cartoonish lump as well, because that's the rules. And he looks at you for a second, and you don't immediately fall down dead.
Vampire is stronger than she look.
I'm so gonna fucking kill you.
You use all your magic already.
Points at the laughing one.
You got no magic left.
I don't use magic.
Yeah, you do. You don't lie to me anymore.
It's the end of that.
God,
The end of that guy's turn. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, the other one. Oh, he appears behind you.
Yay.
Nani?
You say Nani?
Yes, he did. He
Oh,
hits,
okay.
hits you with a great club for 16 bludgeoning. Bang!
Ah,
8.
my vampire. I eat vampire. No, I eat vampire. My vampire. Me kill vampire. Look, she dead. She was already dead. You, shut up. You have legs. I eat head.
You still up?
Yep.
Wait, she not dead. She already dead. I mean, she not laying down. Hit her again.
They're now just kind of like dum dum dum, like hitting the ground. I think probably like you've been hit like twice. You like get smacked once. You hit the tree. Another one appears behind you and hits you again. Everyone else onlooking, you can see now that they're kind of playing a big game of like two Toms and a Jerry around this tree, just swinging these great clubs at Ellie, who's kind of like darting in and out. She moves like abnormally fast anyway, but these things are just kind of all over her. And they also just seem to know where she is. No matter how much she tries to hide, usually she's very good at hiding and disguising herself, but something about her scent is giving her location away at the moment to these ogres. The pink ogre, also known, call this one Joji. He is laughing and he needs to make a dex check. 5 is a fail. What does that do to him? Sooner? Nothing?
Nothing, because he has to roll to get out of. He can't roll, actually. He's
just caught.
Done. He's done. No. I mean, he's done for the turn because of what Bo did, right?
Okay,
His
so
whole turn
this
is
doesn't do
wasted.
anything extra to him?
Yeah, no, because he's just caught, basically.
Okay, and to get out
He
of
can't
the
move.
hideous laughter, he has to roll another whiz check. 10, I'm assuming that's not going to make it either. So he continues to be like rolling around inside of this web on the ground. For now, this guy's completely out of it. And that's that. Okay. Blue ogre is going to charge straight for you, Aura. He runs forward to about here. Dum 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 dum. And then he just launches his great club at you. I'm gonna roll. See if he can just throw. He's throwing a lot like a tree log at you, the type of thing that would block a car in the street, kind of thing. Wow, 22 against your brand new AC. Okay, gonna hit.
Yep.
Bam. A log, just like he runs forward and he lifts his club up. You think, he's not going to get to me in time, as you begin to brace yourself. And then as you kind of, your eyes focus, you realize that the log is flying through the air towards you. And it collides with you. Alvin kind of like ducks down next to you. And there's like a dung as this brand new breastplate is hit by a log of wood. boom, and you're kind of you're sent stumbling backwards, but you remain standing. Like the thing would normally knock someone over, and you stumble backwards and steel yourself. The log lands in front of you, and the ogre which is standing in front of you is bleeding and dying anyway. It kind of falls down to his knees. He's still maybe like 10 feet up in the air on his knees. He seems to be bleeding out. Bringing us to Suna's turn. Yeah, what do you?
Really sorry. Can I do Hellish Rebuke?
Oh,
on
you
him?
can.
Yes.
I
Very
just
clever.
Yeah.
I get hit with this log and I just get pissed. And so my eyes again, they my veins turn black and this red fire starts forming in my hands and I just it shoots out and I engulf the ogre completely in flame.
Nice. Yeah. He is just engulfed in flame. Give me the damage. What is the Hellish Rebuke? I mean,
Let's see.
Cast it. Let's see.
So I'm level 2.
14. Yeah, there's fuck all left of him. He is charred to death. The flames engulf him. There's a terrible smell, and now you realize that these things maybe would suck to eat. They don't smell like. It doesn't smell like something appealing, and it could literally be poisonous. That's how disgusting this ogre flesh is, to be charred and cooked up. As this smell of burned, charred ogre washes over where you guys are, downwind. By the time the flames dissipate, you can actually see the grass underneath where the snow is. It's all kind of dead and yellowed and wet from the snow. And there's now just a pile of kind of burnt ogre, just a big lump of cooked flesh, smoldering and smoking as the snow begins to cool down the area again. And that one is dead, bringing us to Suna's turn.
I watch as Aura lights that ogre on fire and he falls and dies. I nod in approval, very proud. That was wonderful. But then I get my shit together and I run closer to this ogre over here. I was really hoping someone else could light him on fire, but I guess I will cast a spell.
Okay.
Oh, well. All right. I
Firebolt.
cast Firebolt.
Okay, how does it look?
Well, it's the first time I've used this one, so I think I spin my hand a little bit, and it's like an arrow comes out made of flame, and it hovers above my hand for a moment before I just flick my wrist, and then it goes straight and true and lights the web on fire. Now, how tall is this? We're doing the Titan strat. So it's 5 or 4 in a 5-foot space, but then we have to consider the height as well. Unless you want to just do straight.
We worked it out though, didn't we?
We did.
Is it not the exact same thing?
I
so
think
it was. How much is it per 5?
9 last time, but
How much is it per 5 again?
4
I've
per
forgotten.
5. It's 4 for 5.
It does. Doesn't it do 2d4?
Yes, it does.
Only
2d4
5-foot
damage.
cube of webs exposed to fire burns away in one round, dealing 2d4 fire damage.
But there's 4 squares.
Okay.
In the
2, 4, 6, 8 d4 then. Yeah.
Wonderful.
16 d4 they're saying in the chat.
I think Noodle is better at math than I am, so I will trust Noodle, but
Oh yeah, no, it's 16 because there's 2.
right.
for height.
Height, the fucking height every time.
Yeah, 16 d4.
Okay. 41.
Amazingly, it doesn't kill him.
All right.
But the same thing happens. I think like there's like an eruption of fire in one corner of the your vision over here, and then another eruption of fire as the web ignites, and the laughing ogre continues to just laugh.
Oh, it hurts so much. Oh, it hurts. Oh, make it stop.
And yeah, you burn him for 41 fire damage. And I think he makes another whiz save with that one. Get out of it with advantage this time, isn't it? Because he took damage. 14. What is the number he has to beat, Bo? Your spell save DC.
14.
14
Yep.
makes it, breaks it. So he suddenly, I guess he suddenly snaps out of it.
Out of the laughing.
Out of the
Right.
laughing.
All right.
The web is also burned away.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he rolls over in the snow, I think.
Cold. Oh, rock water.
He's just laying in the snow. And what do you do next?
I take a deep breath and I back up.
All right. Oh, your turn.
All right. Well, I can't help but notice the two ogres over there playing tennis with Ellie. So she's looking a bit roughed up. So I'm gonna cast healing word over to her. I cast out my magic word, bada boom, and hopefully she hears it and it strikes true. And she gets
Yep.
hit with a nice cool breeze. It's, well, considering it's extra cold though, because it's snowing, it's probably not really the nicest of feelings, but she's undead, so she probably doesn't really feel much of a difference.
Well, let's hope that healing magic doesn't hurt her.
Oh god.
Out loud.
Yeah, like you get hit a couple times and you feel like even though, your body might react differently to pain, or you might physically react differently to pain, you still feel damage and pain to a degree. You can feel these clubs hit you. You maybe feel like there's a point when you're hit by one of these clubs, it smashes you against one of the trees. You maybe sense a rib or something breaking in your chest, and then a few seconds later there's just some garbled words shouted through the snow and screams of two ogres being burnt to death when the healing word comes in, and you feel that rib fix itself. Seems that the healing magic still works on you in your undead state, and you take 6 healing. Points. 6 HP returned. There you go. That's it.
I did it.
Yeah. Bo.
Oh god, yeah. And with that, I'm also going to cast another bardic inspiration over to Aura, giving her that extra buff. Here's some inspiration your way, Aura. Go, Aura. Go, Aura. As if I'm raising pom-poms in my hands, but I don't actually have any.
Yeah.
And then she instantly feels the sensation of the spell, giving her the extra strength.
Actually, she doesn't.
What?
Healing word is a bonus action, and bardic inspiration is a bonus action. You can only do one bonus action.
No.
And you can't trade up an action for a bonus action either, so you only have an
Gotcha.
action thing with a tag of action on it. I think probably, you don't get the healing, the bardic inspiration, but Bo probably still says good luck, Aura, and you.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. It
Yeah.
makes me feel like empowered.
Yeah, you just don't mechanically feel empowered. You have to do like a standard action, unfortunately.
Alrighty then. I guess I'll scoot back over to where the rest of the gang is. Completely flushed in embarrassment.
I mean, you can still do an action. One of your either an attack or one of your spells that has the tag of
Alright,
action.
you know what?
But bonus
I'm
action
feeling
is a
feisty.
separate thing.
Okay, I'm feeling feisty. I'm gonna hit. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna hit the red ogre.
Yeah, give me the damage. That hits. Light crossbow. 8 piercing damage. Alright. PB, can you click on the firebolt? Because you didn't do the firebolt damage.
Oh, yes.
I doubt it will affect this. That's
Cool.
pretty good. The crossbow flies true. The ogre finishes rolling in the snow.
It was a... Oh, sorry. It was a 20, though. Is that... Do I do extra damage for a crit?
I don't think it's a crit. You got a...
20 plus 5?
It was a 20 plus 5. No, it wasn't. It was a 15.
Why is it only a 22 then?
It
Oh,
was a
there we
15
go. Sorry,
plus
I was
5
reading the wrong
plus
thing.
proficiency.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, sorry.
It'd be green. The crossbow bolt flies and catches the ogre in the buttocks.
Oh, my bum.
But he's not dead. But he is gonna die, for sure.
I can relate to that.
Oh, me me maybe eat you and get your bum.
No. I only have one butt cheek left. You ain't having this one.
Oh, I eat it anyway. I'm gonna eat your ass.
Brings us to
That's
Alvin's
just
turn.
nasty.
What did he say? It doesn't matter. Which one should I kill? I kill the one which is gonna kill the vampire, yes? Or maybe we could just see if, maybe we see if she can...
Aim for the red one,
Okay,
Alvin.
fair enough.
He fires an arrow over at the red one. 14, still a hit. 10. There's an arrow that flies in to one of the ones. He brings up his club to bring it down towards Ellie, and you see an arrow stick into his shoulder.
Oh, what was that? Magic. See, I knew you could do magic.
Alvin shouts over towards you and says,
Hey! Can you maybe not eat me tonight now?
He gets a thumbs up, and that's it from my which should be gloved hand.
he says to you, Aura.
I bet she still tries to eat me.
No, but you did a good job.
If you always try to eat me.
Brings us
And that's
to...
when I disengage, move, dash.
Yeah, you can disengage on a bonus
Aye.
action.
Yeah.
And you just Naruto run across the snow there.
Oh, that's when I am just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you're now an anime character, you have no choice but to Naruto run everywhere whenever you do your dashing.
Yeah.
It's just the rules. Yeah, she's just gone. Like, I think probably the ogre turns back and says,
See, I knew you could do magic. Where'd she go? I don't know where she go. Did you eat her? Did you eat her? You promised me legs. You promised me head. Come here.
and they start to punch each other. You just running away? Ellie?
Yeah. No, yeah. I run next to the group, honestly.
Yeah, Ellie runs up to you all fucked up.
Yeah.
And yeah, Aura, it's your turn.
I'm gonna take my longbow out, or have it out already, and I'm going to aim for the red one that Alvin just shot at. I'm just gonna pull a bow back and an arrow back and shoot it.
Okay.
8.
8 is a miss. Only you had that bardic inspiration. You actually have disadvantage. Give me another roll. He's prone right now.
Oh, okay. So roll it again with disadvantage.
No, just roll me one more. Because it would be the 8. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm rolling purely to see if you roll a 1.
Okay. 15.
Yeah, it's still an 8. The ogre is kind of like rolling around in the snow, trying to grab at his arse where there's a crossbow bolt in it. He makes quite a difficult, even though he's large to hit. You fire an arrow and it lands next to his head as he rolls over. He has no idea it's even there. His weird blobfish face freaking out. He's kind of like smoldering from the burns as well. And your arrow lands in the snow next to him. You want to do anything else? Do a bonus action. Your hunter's mark is still up, by the way, and when a creature dies, you can move it to another one free.
I didn't know that. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
save that for my next turn.
I don't know if you need to use a bonus to do that. You can double check. 'Cause, yeah, it's the old ranger's spell. If the target drops to 0 hit points before this spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn to mark a new creature. It doesn't cost another spell slot. So you can do that now if you want to move it to one of the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the green one.
Okay. And that'll be the end of it then. Okay. Perception check from Red Ogre. Wow.
There she is.
Turns around and begins stomping across towards you. He thinks you're
Oh
We have
no.
white hair.
yeah.
Oh no.
I found you, vampire.
Oh, no.
Me gonna eat you
I know.
now, okay? No more spell, no more running, okay?
I am no
I'm hungry,
vampire.
okay? I'm very hungry. What that smell? Oh, you killed Oogie. Or is that Boogie? Which one Oogie?
And then he tries to kill you with the great club.
Oh, jeez.
15 versus your AC. Bo.
Yep, mine's a 15.
Hey. 11. Bong hits you on the head. A big cartoonish welt.
Ow!
Okay, wait. Why you not lay on the ground? Why is it so hard to kill vampire?
I'm not a vampire. You did ruin my hair.
You can't trick me.
Next one. Perception checks. You can see. Actually, you can see where the other one, so I'm going to give him advantage. Well,
Hey, where did everyone go?
he stands there. Stupid and dumb. The last one gets up.
Fuck this.
And runs away.
No.
Hey, where you going? I'm getting out of here. Oh, my arms hurt, my bum hurts. You are craven. Yes, I am. I want to live. This is silly. They're clearly stronger than we are. He's a vampire, and there's other vampires, and they have spells. You're a coward. Bye.
He runs. Bringing us to Suna's turn.
Let me look.
Going for a mad lad.
I think I am, actually. I just need to see how close I can get to him. If I can get close enough, I will. Oh! Yes. I think it was here, right? Let me do the math again. Whoop. Yes. Now how far away is he? Nah, it's too far for that. Let me see what I have, sorry. Yes, I will use a bonus action to do Expeditious Retreat, which will allow me to get close enough. How far away am I now? Right?
I don't know what she's planning, by the way. I have no idea what's coming.
I am going to use Lightning Lure to draw
okay.
him back to me.
Okay. Sure. I have no idea what that is. Let's find out. Together. Class. Lightning Lure. You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that's within range. The target must succeed a strength save. Will be pulled 10 feet towards you and deal damage. Okay. Strength. You went for a thing with strength against an ogre. Okay. Let's see.
Yes, but it's running away.
All right. Let's
It's
see.
not even looking at me.
Do I have to beat?
16.
Okay. Hey. Amazing. All right. Give me the
Wonderful.
damage. Give me the 1d8.
Three.
And then he's pulled
10 feet towards me.
Yeah, so it's like here, all right.
Yep.
And he takes 3 lightning damage. He turns around.
A vampire. Let us discuss. Perhaps I can work as your butler?
Maybe I'll think about it. Sit.
I don't want to sit. My bum hurts.
Sit down.
Can I lay down?
Yes, you
side?
can lay down.
Thank you, vampire master.
You're welcome.
Lays down. On his turn. Bo. Your turn.
All right, considering I have an angry ogre right in front of me, oh, That's the one Sona just, right?
The pink one, which was in the web, and Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay, right. I'm gonna try and cast Vicious Mockery again at this fella here.
Okay, what do you say?
You're just as big and fat and ugly as the rest of your friends.
Hey, that's mean.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that was funny that time. Well,
He cries a single
I'm,
tear and takes 3 psychic damage.
wow. I'm just gonna take a few steps back. Give him.
Sure,
give him
you
some
want to
space.
do that?
You know what? Maybe that's not such a good idea either. I don't think I was that close. Oh God. Oh, he's got some nasty breath. All right. I'm gonna cast that bardic inspiration over to Aura, because I wasn't able to that time. And then I do the whole pom pom thing in the air again. Go, Aura, and help me, please, God. I guess I end my turn. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't want to make this guy any more angry.
Alvin backs up a few steps and fires an arrow at this one as well.
Okay, let's get him.
9. An arrow launches past you, Bo, and sticks into this thing's considerable stomach, dealing 9 piercing damage.
Why does arrows not work anymore, man? I remember when arrows used to just take things out, you know? I remember when we used to just hunt little deers. That was it. Kill a deer, dinner. Dinner, say thank you for the deer and its life. Now we gotta kill angels and ogres, and arrows don't even work on it.
It's working. It's just slowly chipping away at it.
I hate it.
I know. Me too.
Ellie, your turn.
I move over beside Alvin, and then I'm gonna send an arrow flying at Red.
All right.
If I find my short bow. There we go.
That hits.
And
Yes, sneak attack.
yeah, 16.
16. Another arrow launches into his considerable gut. He's got like some pretty bad wounds going on now. You can see a lot of blood trickling down him from varying areas of damage. The tear running down his face signifies psychic damage as well. And but he's still kind of standing there, staring very intently at Bo. Doesn't seem to even be aware that you guys are firing things at him. That into your turn?
Yeah, that's on.
All right, Aura.
I'm going to pull out my sword. And I'm gonna charge at the red ogre.
All right.
It's of course not the one that I put Hunter's Mark on, but I'm gonna rush over and try to take this out so it doesn't hurt Bo. 21.
Everyone's a hit.
10.
10 damage. Nice. Yeah. You probably just appear next to this thing and then bring the greatsword back and just sticks in its side. It goes in really far. It would have beheaded like a normal person, you know, or chopped someone in half or something. But this thing, it just buries all the way into its fat. The ogre kind of
What the fuck?
and there's just a great sword sticking out the side of it now.
Where you come from? Vampire can enthrall people. Oh god. Oh god.
Telling you about the vampire.
It's a devastating wound, but he's still just about barely standing. Then into your turn.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to use Zephyr Strike to pull out the sword. Well, can I take the sword with me, or is it stuck in his side?
Yeah, you can take this one out.
Okay, I'm gonna back up a bit, and I'm gonna run over here
Okay.
really quickly.
Yeah.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Ogre's going to try and kill Beau. 23 is a hit.
Oh,
I'll kill you now. Witness the power of biggest ogre in land.
Boom. 15 bludgeoning damage. I think it does that type of thing where we all just see like Beau's head almost cartoonishly collapse into his shoulders as his head is just like folded under him from this ridiculous hit from this giant beast of a creature that hits him with a tree trunk. And Beau, you take 15 bludgeoning damage. You still up?
Yep, I'm still up, surprisingly, but barely.
Beau and I have like really high health, I think.
Yeah, you guys are like fucking bruised up and fucked, but you're still standing.
Oh, how are you still alive?
I'm not a vampire.
What are you if not vampire?
I'm a bard, motherfucker.
I don't know what that is.
You don't have to know.
Green vampire. Not vampire, ogre. Green vampire ogre. Sees you, Aura, running across the field here.
I see you, vampire, with your pale skin and evil demon horns.
He's gonna run over and try and hit you. Dum 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 dum. That is a hit on a 24, I'm guessing. Bong! That sound, like a tolling bell once again, rings out across the snow as this breastplate is hit and you are, I think you're like pushed along further, you know, you like stumble forward as this thing hits you in the back. You take 10 bludgeoning damage. It feels like all of your insides have been twisted about and this thing kind of knocks you along your way.
Vampire, me eat you now, okay?
I have the wind knocked out of me, so I can't really respond. I just... I'm stunned by being hit by a tree log, essentially.
Yeah. Pink Ogre is gonna... Oh yeah, he lays down, that's what he's doing. So he was gonna come and bow to you. Luna, give me a persuasion check.
shit. 23.
Lays down in front of you.
Please, allow me to, lay down for you as you desire, my vampire master.
Thank you.
Can you
Now,
turn
I'll-
me into a vampire as well?
I will consider it if you're good.
Do I have
Now,
to drink your blood?
No, we'll talk about it later.
Come to me, I will drink it.
Well, not right now. You're going to sit right there and be good, or you'll
Then
be
you have
dead.
to
Do you
bury me,
understand
I
me?
understand, yes.
All right.
I'm fully aware of how to become a vampire, and I'm ready for it, my master.
All
My
right.
dark master.
All right.
He lays there and he looks delirious from wounds, if anything. He's kind of like laying there, but like splayed out. There's like some blood trickling from him. He's got all these ridiculous web lash like burn marks on him. His hair's all burnt away. He stinks. Yeah, it's your turn.
I would like to cast a spell on the ogre, the green ogre that is entangled with aura.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for Mind Spike.
Okay. Whiz save. Bam. 1.
Ooh. All right then. Goodness me. 3d8.
3d8. Roll it.
18.
Let's see what this does. Mind Spike. The ogre's brain explodes. This does quadruple damage because his mind is so small.
Oh, fantastic.
And his whole brain explodes. Aura, you're standing there and he looks like he's bearing down on you, and his brains explode out of his eyeballs and eye sockets and ears and nose. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yeah. And what are you doing,
Sorry.
Suna?
What am I doing?
Yeah, you
I
said you
was
were
just... I waved my hand and
Pretty
his
good, bud.
brain exploded. I
Yeah,
definitely wasn't expecting that, though.
Yeah, you avoid getting splattered in brains and ogre brains. You just
Okay.
turn sideways and it's like a brain loogie that launches out of his nose and you just avoid it. And yeah, this huge figure lands in front of you.
Okay.
Oh, your turn. Unless Suna does something else. Sorry.
Oh, no,
All right.
I mean, I look back at the other ogre and I nod at him just so he knows what I can do. You know, I look at him and I'm like, do you see what I just did?
My Dark Master.
That's
you are
right,
more
you
powerful than I could ever imagine.
Right. Don't fucking move.
I can't.
And he is slowly dying too. Oh, dear. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, I'm gonna start busting out the Macarena and cast myself, cure wounds, because I ain't feeling so hot.
All right.
Hey, Macarena.
You heal yourself for 6.
I instantly start feeling just a wee bit better. Probably not all that much.
All right.
And then, can I still attack this guy?
If you can do something on a bonus action that's an attack, you can. Yeah, I don't can't remember what you have. You have a bonus action. Cure wounds is a full action. So you have action and bonus action, and those two things are like different, even though they sound the same. That's all D&D is.
All right. I guess I can't really do all that much else. Maybe cutting words? Could I try that?
If something is attacking you.
Oh, okay, never mind.
When
then,
you can see something that makes an attack roll, which is when I do like the club attack or something like that. Or they're dealing damage. Yeah. Then that's when you.
Dang it.
Yeah, you like reaction cutting words. You can reduce the damage or the attack roll number basically.
Oh, alrighty then. Okay, I guess I end my turn then.
All right. Alvin says.
That's a really good thing, though. By the way.
It is really good. Yeah.
Use that in the future.
Alvin says to you, Ellie.
Do you want me to help you? I know how to cure things, but use a vampire, and I don't know if that's gonna. I might burn you up inside and kill you or something. I don't want to do that, but I think I can make that. You've got a pretty. Your neck looks like it's twisted at a strange angle, and I think I can fix it.
Yeah,
Okay, lean down, please, because you're very tall.
I do.
And he closes his eyes, like puts 2 fingers towards your neck, and casts Cure Wounds on you. For 10 healing.
Yay.
Yeah, you feel like this cure from Alvin, and there's a sensation as he's curing you of you get like a strange scent, like a woodland scent, and a scent, and probably for the first time since you woke up today, like a sense of warmth that rushes from his fingers to your neck for just a few moments as the heal passes through you, and this magic heals you. That smell of woodland, autumn trees and bark, and then he opens his eyes and says,
Good, you're still alive. I thought I was gonna set you on fire, and then I would have to become Alfred the Vampire Hunter, and then all the ladies would have to be like, oh dear, you cured vampires.
As I stand up, I ruffle his hair, and I'm like, I guess I won't eat you tonight.
Okay, that's good. I'll buy myself one more day. Okay.
your turn.
I do what I do. I take out my bow.
Give me the attack roll.
Whoa.
24's a hit.
Good
8
lord.
sneak attack. Or how do you kill him?
I literally, like, as I stand up, I don't even care. I just, meh. So I want it to be really lame, like it hits him in the arm or something, and it's just too much.
Yeah.
Just really.
The arrow kind of lobs over Beau and hits the ogre in the arm. He's like bearing down on Beau, and he probably says something like,
when I eat you, you're gonna taste so,
and then an arrow.
Oh, that really hurts.
And then he, from behind you, Sauna, the other ogre is dying. He's completely dying, and he looks over to you and holds out his hand. Holding his hand out, he says,
My Dark Master.
Sleep
Please.
well.
Take my hand.
I think
He
I'm
holds
too
out his
far away
hand.
to
You can
do
do it.
that, right? Oh, all right.
The combat's over. He's dead.
All
He's
right.
just in a death
All right.
cutscene
I will,
right now.
I will take his hand.
He's going to
There,
try and
there.
bite you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
You don't know where those hands have been.
I'm also gonna try and lob an arrow at him because he
He's-
got me set up in an ambush.
He's dying.
He's in the
Okay.
dying cutscene. All you can do.
Oh, okay.
He grabs your hand.
Dying no matter
He,
what.
he takes all of your arm into his mouth and then
Oh, no.
dies. And dies. It's just, he doesn't bite down. He's already
He
dead.
was just
You're
trying to become a
pulled
vampire. He wasn't trying to hurt
to the
me.
ground with him, with
All
your
right.
arm in his mouth. There's all ogre.
Yeah.
I
all-
lob an arrow anyway.
and then an arrow. Just he's already dead. He's long dead, like
I'm
seconds
just
pass,
like,
and then there's a
patting his head.
yeah, and an
Yeah,
arrow hits
yeah,
him in
there.
his head,
Oh,
just out of
well,
nowhere.
Let me just get rid of that for you.
I owed him that.
Take the arrow out.
He deserved that. And then I go and I cut off a piece of the charred ogre.
Yeah.
I cut off a piece and I bring it over to Stu and I'm like, here, you can try it if you want. You wanted to try this, didn't you?
Well, it's not. The creature's very different than what I thought it was. It's humanoid, and I don't know how I feel eating it. And plus, it doesn't smell very good at all.
Yeah, well, I look at Alvin and I'm like, you want to
Can
try
you-
it?
Can you smell it?
Yeah, can I smell it?
You can smell it. Yeah. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
No, I'm saying can I smell?
Oh, you can smell
I'm
it.
not
Yeah, it
asking.
smells
Okay,
disgusting.
I
It
didn't know
smells
if I
like.
could smell.
Imagine if you were to microwave a fart.
Wow. All right. I think we were just curious to see if a dead
I'm just
woman could
holding it. I'm
smell
not
anything.
smelling.
Smells so bad. So bad.
Oh yeah. No.
I don't
no,
even
thank
care.
you.
Just like
No.
whatever.
It smells so bad. I don't want to eat that.
Oh
Are you sure?
wow.
You guys were talking
it's
about.
fine. I don't need it.
Putrid.
I had a
just throw
nice
it away.
breakfast.
Oh God.
All right. We know where we're going. I'm kind of hurt. We should probably.
Well, I was
Shelter.
hoping we'd be able to. Well, all right. I have no idea where we're going.
This that way.
What?
This way. Come on.
All right.
You guys start moving
Mm.
towards your destination, and that is where we're going to end today's
Woo.
session. Congratulations, you earned 0 XP, because it's milestones. Just DM comedy there. Don't worry, I'll be at the Comedy Store every night performing my very niche D&D comedy. So please join me there. Kidding, that's a joke too. Thanks for watching, everyone. Why am I online? Let's do a quick round of shout-outs, and then you can be rid of me for one more week. Let's start with the vampire herself, Ellie,
Vampire.
the vampire. Not a vampire. It's one thing that we can cross off, at least, as to what you
No,
are.
I'm gonna keep messing with Alvin from now on. It's on.
For sure, yeah.
My name's Pocket. You can find me at twitch.tv/Pocket or on Twitter at Pocket. And yeah, I do a lot of. Actually, speaking of vampire, I made edible blood yesterday on stream. So
What?
out of corn syrup, like clear syrup, cocoa powder, and red dye, and I was eating it on stream.
Okay.
It tasted so good.
You probably look like an actual vampire on stream.
I
yesterday.
did. It looked really good too. It was it was great. It's for an upcoming photo shoot I want to do. Totally normal. Just totally normal.
Ellie the vampire. The photo shoot. All right. Well, there you go. What about you, Disby?
You can find me here at Twitch at DisbyArts, and I'm currently playing lots of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So if you like that type of stuff, yeah, come hang out.
All
Today
right.
was fun. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, groups back together. I feel like you're working like a team as well, which is nice. Don't know what happened. Took 2 almost deaths and a week of killing a town. I don't know.
Yes.
It took 2 almost deaths and an undead.
Undeath. But yeah, it felt like a very team episode. Somebody who is not a team player, Katie Peters plays.
I put the I in team.
Yeah, well, okay. No, she is a team player. Go on, carry on. Where can people find you?
Thank you. Hi, I'm Katie Peters Plays. I play sci-fi and horror games, but I played Mario Kart today, so that's that. But come hang out with me.
Scary.
Yeah,
It is pretty. It's me losing in that game is pretty scary. But yeah, I am going to be playing a game called Shark Attack Deathmatch soon.
No,
As
you're
an
not, because that
incentive.
doesn't exist.
It exists, Brad, and it
It
scares
doesn't.
the crap out of me. So it was a charity incentive, so we're going to be doing that soon. So if you want to watch me squeal in actual fear, come watch me play that.
There you go. And what about you, PB?
Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry, and I played Sauna today. This was an amazing episode. I had a lot of fun. I'm currently playing through the Chrono Trigger / Cross series right now, and we just started Chrono Cross, and I'll be playing that a little bit tonight after the show. But yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/pumpkinberry and Twitter at the same handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget we have our new show, starting up a mini series called Katie Peters in a Sharknado in space.
I would shark play in a world like that.
And
Just throw that out there.
make sure you write that down. That is on February the 1st at 4 Eastern. I'm playing Suikoden 2 tomorrow.
Yes!
No, the next day, Tuesday. I'm doing some NA streams, some late night for me streams at 5 Eastern, starting this Tuesday coming. If you're interested in seeing me stream at a time that people don't ever see me stream, because people always say that I should do later streams, and I never do it. So it's this time, really. If you want to see that, I'm doing some Suikoden 2, because PB's making me play it. I don't know anything about it. And she was like, if you don't play this,
so good.
I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you. And I was like, well, okay. I guess I have to play it. So if you want to see that, then you can see that on my channel, which is twitch.tv/Shroud. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful time. And next week, we're off to see Mother.
The wizard. Oh, okay. Sorry. It was
Wizard.
good. It was good.
She's not a wizard, no.
No,
All right.
but it was good.
She likes wizards, though. She
Yeah.
does have a penchant for young elven wizard men. I can tell you that much. That's canon.
Oh.
So, see you next week. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. See you. Ta-ta. And bye.
A simple task for gold. Deliver a small trinket to the Baron's wizard. Little do these adventurers know the events that are about to unravel, and the significance of the artifact they possess.